and to help you get started with a new hobby or to advance your skills onto the next level. We keep the class sizes small to ensure you get plenty of one-to-one attention, so book early to avoid disappointment. For more information, contact our call centre or visit our website.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
JewelleryMaker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, JewelleryMaker are never far away.
Did you know you can purchase incredible jewellery featuring genuine gemstones on our sister channel Gems? Come along and see what treasures you can find.
Join guest designer Debbie Kershaw for the introduction to stamping DVD. Debbie will guide you through many techniques including basic stamping, spacing, multiple wording, stamping onto metal blanks and polymer clay. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Hello and good morning and welcome to JewelleryMaker. Lovely to have your company on a very special day. Yes, here on JewelleryMaker, we like to keep on doing something different. We like to keep on bringing you something different all the time, and it doesn't get much more exciting as today we are launching the Hub, as jewellery makers love to share and to enjoy in what is a community of amazing ideas and an inspiration. Well, we love the Wall of Fame and we're keeping with that same principle. We'll keep our Wall of Fame, but today we launch the Hub. You get to tell us exactly what you want. You get to share with us your inspiration in every single way. You get to share with us your stories. You get to tell me your opinion on what I've got going on, and it all happens launching today, the Hub here on JewelleryMaker. And I have to say, for all of the things that we've got going on in the Hub, it is a full-on show that I've got packed for you. Brand new opportunities to look forward to today. Brand new cord that I have just swooned on, literally swooned. I need to say that word again because it kind of says exactly how I feel. Swooned. And you can see instant, and there is that sense of instant wow factor to these cords. They are utterly glorious. We have something very special for those of you who are looking to add detail, real high quality glossy detail to your jewelry making. These are luxury cords and I cannot wait. This is the first time I get to bring you this combination. It's the first time I've seen anything like this amount of detail to cord in a one bundle offer. That's coming, and also coming your way, probably the finest, most elite quality of zircon we have ever seen. We're talking this extraordinary gemstone of history is going to bring you the most dazzling, diamond-like luxury. This is the highest quality of zircon that we have ever been able to bring you, and this is a mega opportunity, a morning madness of a price tag guaranteed. Fantastic zircon to top it all off. Collector's alert for your precious gemstones, sapphires, rubies and emeralds all mixed together into this wonderful strand. So this is how we're bringing you the show. We are literally going to bombard your senses with opportunities, whether it be gemstones, whether it be threads. We're going to inspire you, and of course the inspiration not from me today. I tell you what, thank goodness we have got inspiration from one amazing lady, and it's the wonderful Deb. Hello.
Hiya.
Now,
it's all happening here today, isn't it?
The jewellery that you've made,
yeah.
well, we've literally said we could open a shop just on the jewellery that has been made from our 3 kits today.
There's loads.
Masses. I mean, I can't get my head. I literally walked up and went, is this like 5 weeks worth of jewellery made for... No, from 3 kits today. Deb is going to show you just where and how you can almost explode your jewellery collection with different looks from these collection pieces. They are wonderful today, absolutely wonderful. To start off the show though, to begin as we always do, who do we need to bring in? It's the early bird.
Ooh.
Where's the early bird? Where's Doris? Oh, look.
That's bright and summery. I do like those colours.
Isn't it? It feels like the sunshine, that. Oh, new graphics. New graphics. Doris is in hibernation right now. Doris the early bird is in hibernation. Early bird special that we have for you right now. Take a look at this. I got a little bit upset. I was thinking, oh, where's Doris? It's all right, she's having a rest, she's gone to a spa. We have got for you to start off, well, what is, without any hesitation, a ridiculous deal that is about to get even more ridiculous. An opportunity that is going to really set the whole theme of today off, because of course we're going to do some brand new experiences with the hub today. We're going to see something new from JewelleryMaker, but we're also going to see the essentials going to rock bottom prices. Now, this is your Easy Knotter tool, and the Easy Knotter tool, well, it works so fantastically well. I'll just show you exactly the principle. If you're one of those people who wants to create precision to your jewellery, but you also want to get a fantastic practicality to your jewellery, one of the most important things is to be able to knot your beads into place. Knotting is certainly the way that you add a luxury of essence to your jewellery, by knotting your gemstones into place. If, for example, the strand breaks, you only lose 1 gemstone, you don't lose them all. And I know for pearls, that's an absolute essential. The knotting tool, as you can see here, it can't be anything other than the most simple of tools, and yet the most effective. So wherever you want it to knot, and this is the nice thing about this tool, it's very much precision work that you can get. Sometimes with some knotting tools, the knot doesn't sit exactly where you want it to be. You can't have that absolute precision of measurement. This is precision measurement. This is exactly where each gem should go and each knot should go. As you can see, as we show you in this demonstration, you simply hand wrap the knot into its open loop, and then close it over the pin and pull. That's it. That's it. But you can then measure the gaps between each knot and each look, just like that. It is as simple as that. And this is the wonderful thing. It is the easy knotter, and I think that that's the most important things that it's got to be described. Easy knotter. Now, what's about to take place in terms of pricing, never been seen before, never to be seen again to my expectations. Of course, we never know what's going to happen next year with us, so I can say that, and then tomorrow everything will change. But I can guarantee one thing: there's not many times we expect to see a tool of the highest easy workability dropping as low as, yes, we're about to price drop this deal. The easy knotter and yours for the taking should be $17.95, but your price $16.95, $15.95, $14, $11.95 for your easy knotter tool. It's gonna work and work. Fast and accurate craftsmanship. Simple to use knotting tool that you're looking at here. You can see there, it comes in this nice handy size. It's not too big, but it's not too small. Going to be able to measure out the different gaps between your knotting. Look at that price fall. We've put a massive amount of money back into your pocket. We've dropped from $17.95 to $11.95. I think the biggest thing that we've got to remember is that you can knot any gemstone. I think most people would prefer, you know, to have a knotted pearl necklace than they would non-knotted, just because that's the timeless quality of a real classic piece of jewellery. And potentially, you know, when you start to think about then the type of jewellery that you've already got in your jewellery collection, maybe you could break it all up and then, you know, use it to recycle your gemstones. One of the things I know for some of our viewers who have contacted us have said that before they had tools like this one, they had to pay for somebody to knot their gemstones into place, and we're paying per gem a serious amount. I'm sure one of our viewers in America said that they were spending something like, wasn't it something like $10 per knot? It was something, it was, I can't remember the exacts, but all I remember thinking is, oh my goodness me, that was a lot of money for paying. And Deb, you give me that nod of yes, you can pay that kind of money.
Yep, and you're charged per knot, so the longer your necklace, the more it's going to cost you. There's usually an initial charge and then per knot charges on top.
So you could start your own business of pearl knotting, couldn't you? You know, in that mind. And all you need is the tool for the trade.
Yep.
And this is going to give you that professionalism. And then the price drop on this, let's not forget, this is really important to remember, the price drop that I'm introducing right now is not a guaranteed price tag beyond this deal. This is only an early bird deal for now at $11.95. If it's, you know, if there's one or two left in stock by then, there's a chance it'll sell out. But if I've got one or two left, there's every chance you'll have to pay $17.95 again. So that's the principle of purchasing from us. Buy in the moment. This is a live show deal, and the live show offer is a commitment for you at $11.95. A tremendous tool. And as I say, for me, I'm looking at jewellery like this one and thinking, you know, that just looks so professional. When you see knotted gemstones, especially knotted pearls, as you can see this, it looks so professional, doesn't it? It has that real sleek quality about it. $11.95 instead of $17. I mean, $17.95 seems like a decent price point when you know that you could be paying per knot, a principle of maybe £5 or £10 per knot. I mean, heck, you only need to knot 4 pearls and you quid's in, you know, and that's at the standard price. But here, we talk about not 2 or 3 pearls, and you know, there's a potential that you're done, depending on what price people charge for. But this is a kind of tool that can really give a professional edge, isn't it, Debbie?
Yeah, and what it does, it gives you consistent knots as well, because that sounds a bit silly because a knot's a knot, but you want the tension the same, and you can get the measurement between the bead and the knot the same, so you can use the knot then as decoration as well, because you know it's going to be a standard size all the way around your necklace, and you don't mind it being on show then.
Yeah, and I think one of the things is the reason that people pay for their pearls, etc., to be knotted is because they want to have it as a professional finish. And that's, you know, use the right tool, you get a professional finish. You know, if you're doing it by hand, there is no way that you'll be able to get the same precision of knot. There's no way you could get, because quite simply, these tools make it so easy to get that precision. And really, if you're knotting and trying to tighten up against a pearl, it would be very difficult to establish that precision of knot every single time if you didn't have a tool like this one. $11.95. You do get an instruction as well, manual as well, so you do get how to work it and how to get the best out of it, and that price tag is just $11.95. It's all you pay. Should have been $17.95, but congratulations if you got that. Now we have got something very special going on. Those of you who know, I'm one of those. I'm one of those people who has a passion for Mother Nature. That's why I love working in the jewellery industry, because genuine gemstone jewellery for me is it just feels like it's hands-on Mother Nature. And on an annual basis, I head up to the Cairngorms every single year for the past probably decade or so, and hopefully for the rest of my life I'll have the chance to be able to do it, because if you want to feel connected to Mother Nature, for me, the Highlands of Scotland, it's in your pores the moment you smell the freshness, the moment you see the beauty. And the beauty of this gemstone is captured in where it was first found, and that is in the Cairngorms. Sometimes known as the Cairngorm gem, this is smoky quartz of Mother Nature's beauty. No longer found in the Cairngorms in any kind of gem quality, however still found on the odd occasion, I believe, and I'm hoping to do a bit of a documentary while I'm up in the Cairngorms this time. I'm going up in October, and I'm hoping to be able to do a little documentary and take you to the Cairngorms, and so we get to see what I mean by capturing the surroundings of where the gemstone is found within the beauty of the stone itself. You know, you'll often find I had a fantastic showcase of Zarite yesterday evening on our sister channel of Gems, and I was saying, you know, the Anatolian mountains are so breathtakingly beautiful. I feel like that beauty is captured in the gemstone, and of course it does make sense, because you know the surroundings are influenced by how the world was formed. You know, the movement and the activity underneath the Earth's crust is what eventually has made the mountains in the first place. So it does make sense to say that the beauty of your location, of where you're sourcing your gemstone from, is going to influence the beauty of the stone itself. And you can really, this is some of the nicest smoky quartz we have had in for such a long time. This is gorgeous. Oh, they are fantastic. See what I did there? Because they're in the shape of a fan. Fantastic.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks. Yep. I mean, you could be shellfish about this pick, because it's in the shape of a shell as well. You could be shellfish and get this deal for yourself. Okay, I'm leaving it there because I think I've peaked this morning. This is, for me, this is true high-grade smoky quartz, and you're not going to find many smoky quartz delivering such a richness of colour. Now, these are totally real deal gemstones. These are absolute guaranteed real deal stones. And let me just introduce you not just to one fantastic strand, but we are offering you two amazing strands. These are your faceted rondelles. Size of the rondelles that you have here, let me have a look, 6x4 to 9x5 mil, and you can see that there is this real sense of quality to every single aspect. Every single sparkle and nuance of detail is based on that high grade quality. And you know, if you're working with high grade gemstones, Deb, you're going to get high grade quality jewellery, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's going to shine through that they're special, isn't it?
Well, I think so. I think so, yeah. Whether you're going for a very basic technique, you know, just letting the gemstones be your centerpiece, and, you know, letting it work for itself, or whether you want to go very elaborate and you want to almost back up the beauty by even more majestic jewellery design, you could do both on this, but the gemstone will always come through as a feature, won't it? Well,
it holds its own, so whatever you do, it's going to be the real focal point, isn't it? Because the quality and the faceting on those fan shapes is just gorgeous,
isn't it?
The way the light bounces off them and really highlights the shape, and the tone and clarity within the smoky quartz is amazing as well.
Well, if I had a torch, in fact, have I got my phone? No, I haven't. If I had a torch, could somebody just grab a light? My phone's just there. I want to shine through from the behind to show you how clean, because sometimes, because of its smoky quartz and the way our lights hit, you sometimes don't get to really see the movement through the stone. Oh, you can pretty, not quite, but I'd love to be able to really display that to you. This is high-end smoky quartz. This is right up there. This is the pinnacle of our Smokey Quartz collection. This is a fantastic quality of opportunity that we have here. Thank you, much appreciated. Look at this. Look at how clean and how light reaction is taking place there. Isn't that absolutely amazing? That I'm so confident with the quality of this quartz, so confident. I'm comfortable with literally giving you probably one of the most abrasive lights on Dee's camera phone here and showing you there. That is how clean the stone is. Absolutely amazing to be able to do that. I wouldn't normally do that on every gemstone, that's for sure, because, you know, Mother Nature often gives her little nuances of texture inside the stones. But here, we're talking eye clean wow factor, high-end luxury, and the location where this gemstone was first found is a real reality of the qualities of beauty from Mother Nature that you've got established in both of these strands. If you do want to join me on this, you really are taking a step right up the ladder of collector's gemstone in terms of quality and opportunity. If you would like to join me, this is going to be Deb's challenge, but I tell you what, I don't think she's going to find it a difficult one. Nope. And I know that you'll feel the same as soon as you get this home. A fantastic opportunity, 2 strands for one price tag of just $17.95. We are talking, now if I broke down this price tag, if I broke this down into a price tag, if we were asking you to pay for both of these separately, you'd be handing over some serious cash. But right now, what I'm saying is buy one, get one for £6. Now, I can guarantee neither of these gem strands of quality demand anything other than a higher price tag than £6, that's for sure. But that's what we've managed to be able to succeed. That's what we can do for you on this deal. And it is true, rich luxury quality. I mean, I'm thinking $17.95 for just these fans, especially when you think each one of them, I mean, every one of those, in my mind, are pendants, and I'd take you to pendants maybe to there, and then I'd say, those are your pendants, and then the rest are earrings. You know, you could create a suite of jewellery for just, you know, a proportion of $17.95. Half that price tag, we're talking, well, easily less than a tenner, less than £9 for each strand. And for less than £9, you've got, I mean, how many pieces here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Heck, gosh, that is a lot of high-grade gem for one price tag, isn't it? I mean, am I the only one who thinks that that's a lot of gemstone design to be had?
You look at them and they're packed onto the strand. They're overlapping on the strand that I've got, and you can feel the weight of it. So I would pay that just for the fans. Yeah, totally. I'd be happy with.
Yeah, because you'd be paying less than £1 for each fan, and then you'd get the rondelles for essentially for free. Yeah. Because who wouldn't pay £1 for a pendant of that of this highest order? Who wouldn't pay £1? Somebody's just come in and bought 4 of this deal. I'm not surprised by that. Yeah. I'm not surprised by that at all, because I would pay £1. So there's 18 on this strand, and that basically means that these, if we said less than £1, less than £1 for each of them, and then the rondelles would just be an addition. I mean, that's the amazing thing. That is a truly amazing opportunity. If you would like to join me, this is a phenomenal quality of opportunity. And in my mind, pendants, earrings, creating perhaps a suite of jewellery from just your fans of Smokey Quartz, and then adding in the detail as well. $17.95 is all you pay. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial, or alternatively join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your order today, and then keep on adding to your order as well. £2.95 is one postage and packing to pay for the whole day. Now, this is going to be another mega deal. Now, Deb, I'm obviously going to pass those to you, and
I've got some.
She's there.
I'm on it.
She's on it. She's on it. I guess I'm not that surprised though, because when you've got the opportunity to work with such people, you're like that pouncing.
Yes, please.
Exactly. And I have to say, the next deal is going to be a pouncer. You know, you are going to have to literally pounce on this opportunity. Now, in terms of quantity, they are amazing, aren't they? When I saw a photograph of this, it was about midnight, 12:30 last night, that I looked at this photograph because I was working later than I normally do on our sister channel of Gems. It came off at 11, so it meant that everything was pushed back a little bit. And when I saw these, the picture, you know, when you think to yourself, if these are as good as they look, I'll be beyond myself. But I was preparing myself that they weren't going to be.
Yeah.
Because something about it was, it's too much of a good deal. It's like this. It looked too good to be true.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I bet you any money they're going to be itsy bitsy teeny weeny. They're going to be like this big, and they're not going to make any difference to anybody's charm bracelet. Better than what I expected. I mean, beyond anything that I ever expected. This is going to be what you'd classify as a flyer of an offer. You'll put, you know, there are certain pieces that I just have no hesitation. There's no point in giving you that is it, will it, won't it. It is absolutely guaranteed that this will be a sellout offer in my head, in my mind, in my expectation. These are beyond. Are you with? I know you waited, but you'll expect to see when you see what we've just about to introduce, you'll expect them to be these itsy bitsy teeny charms that'll make just a small impact to your jewellery. I say I know, I know, I know. These, they are beyond brilliant. No, literally in my ear, these just like that. It's just literally going gorgeous, amazing, brilliant, fantastic. The wicked, man. I love them. That's what you're going to be. You honestly, from last night to this morning, I went to bed thinking, well, if they are what I want them to be, I'll be thrilled. These are more than I want them to be, and I am. As dears, we're so enthused by this opportunity. You are waiting. I know you're waiting, but I tell you what, this is what you've been waiting for. How about... Oh my goodness me. Rose gold plated copper key charms. They are fantastic. They're just gorgeous. They've got that fantastic vintage feel about them, you know. They're taking you to almost, you know, give you almost like a medieval-like quality to the detail, aren't they? Yeah. You can almost imagine the door being, you know, an old, ancient, wooden, big, thick oak door with those big black, you know, they're like, they're yielding...
like iron work on the front.
Exactly,
and, studs.
Anybody who's been to Durham Cathedral and you've seen the centred knocker on Durham Cathedral, it's world renowned, this knocker, but actually it's the door that frames it. You know that this is the key to Durham Cathedral. That's what it looks like. These are amazing. Guess what? You're getting 20 of them. 20 of them, and I have to say, Deb's already made a pair of earrings from this. You just couldn't control yourself.
I couldn't. I was just too excited. It had to be done straight away, quick.
We've never had anything like this in stock.
Gorgeous.
I know that for a fact.
They're absolutely gorgeous. They're so big, and they just feel like they would open a door.
There is that sense of, oh gosh, I'm just so excited about this deal. 20 pieces. So really, that's what, 10 pairs of earrings? Yeah. That's maybe you're going to make 5 pairs of earrings, a matching pendant, and maybe do some key charms. You know, maybe just something, one key. Maybe somebody's stolen the key to your heart, and you know, you put it on the charm.
Wouldn't it be fantastic if you made dolls' houses? You could give one of these to open the door.
Oh,
you a little charm bracelet to go with the doll's house.
What is it? Is it never been 21? Isn't it key to the door when you're 21?
Yeah.
Right, so maybe you want to do something like that, so it's going to be quite a symbolic, you know. Or maybe somebody's just got a house, you know, they've just bought a house, or they're just moving house, and, you know, they've got the key to the door, and you're giving it as a gift of a housewarming gift, exactly. Or perhaps you're giving somebody the key to I was going to say to your heart. Ollie just said to your chastity belt.
Oh dear.
Hey, that's quite a small chastity belt, though, from what I know what chastity belts. Rose gold plated copper key charms. The size of these are 31 by 12, so they're 31, so over 3 centimetre drop. Fantastic size. You know, the good thing about this is that you're buying from our absolute understanding of what we want for our jewellery making. We want the size to be sizable enough to be even just a single pendant on the chain, but actually it's the right size for it to be a centerpiece for a charm. It could be a great addition to a pair of earrings, and as I say, you can actually see Deb's made a pair of earrings. Debbie, can I ask you to pass those over to me?
Of course.
The price tag on this, just remember, you could be making 10 of these pairs of earrings. And Dion's already bagsied those as her earrings. Dion's already bagsied them easily. But this is a massive opportunity. They are so on trend for the moment. You know, you've got that real sense of vintage, almost medieval-like quality to these. Are flying out. Suzanne and Belinda, Irina, Patricia, congratulations. Kathleen, Pauline, Denise, multi-buyers. Great to have your company. 20 pieces in total. Great size for easy workability to your jewellery design. And what price tag? How low? Crikey, what I didn't realise last night, and what I didn't even ask today. See, you know something's really good when you don't ask the price.
Yeah.
When you just know you want them. I actually genuinely didn't even look at the price last night, and I didn't even ask the price this morning. I didn't think about it, I didn't ask the price at all. Because all I was thinking was that I just know that I want these, that I know there's going to be loads of jewellery to be had, and so much great jewellery. £9.95 for 20 pieces. So what's that working out at? Less than 50p each? A pair of earrings? This pair of earrings is going to cost you less than £1 to make. I mean, that's obviously for the feature of the main aspect. And really, Debs has added in the gemstones. Even if you didn't want to add in the gemstones and you just wanted to add shepherd hook and the earring, pardon me, the key, that's it.
That'd still look amazing, wouldn't it?
50p each.
And
I didn't even look at the price tag. I didn't even look at the price tag when I was prepping, because I just knew that these was just something that we had to have, gosh, have you ever done that in a shop when you've picked up something that you know you really want to own? Do you feel the same? And you just pick it up and you just see it and you don't even look at the price tag, because everything about it is just going, I have to have that, whatever it is. And then sometimes you're happy, and sometimes when you actually go to pay, you go, oh, was a little bit more expensive. And then other times like this, when you go, oh, that's not as I thought it was going to be more than that. That's the moment that I've got there. And it's like Della. I can't think very well. I bought some keys, very much the same as these, but a little smaller, and I paid £8.50 for 3. They were nowhere near the quality of JM's. Oh, Della, loving it. I'm loving it that you now got this. I'm not loving the fact that you have to pay £8.50 for 3, but what I'm loving is that you've got here 20 for £9.95. That's crazy, isn't it? That is Barbara in Derbyshire. She's like that. I'm there. I'm on it. I thought the keys would have been at least £20. Can't believe the price. Got mine. Yippee! I don't know whether that was a little bit of a Mexican wave, yippee, Barbara, or whether you did the power grab yippee. Whichever way, I feel the joy. It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. £9.95. Now we started with 170, I think. That's every piece in stock that we have got available, putting to air right now. Good news is that I do have another deal like this one to look forward to with the gold plated finish. So if you love the rose gold, and the thing is, Deb, rose gold at the moment, it is so on it, isn't it?
It is. It is, and it'd be nice to mix it in with some yellow gold as well, or some silver, and just mix all the metals up.
Just think, I've just had an idea. Oh, careful, this is it for the day. This is it for the day. Everybody stop, because I've had the one idea of my whole day. What about if you created your own keyring chain of little mini keys, and then you could mix up, so you could be like your own caretaker and have, look, you could create a little key earrings, but on a chain.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Have them different lengths as well, so you can see all of the keys.
Like a
or
neckline,
just a big bunch.
a big tassel of keys. You know, my daughter's school caretaker, Mr. Allinson. Hello, Mr. Allinson. Actually, he's probably at school because my daughter goes to school tomorrow, so he'll be getting everything ready. Yes, I mean, he has a massive fob of keys, but that would be quite a funky, contemporary, but still, you know, quite traditional because of the design. That'd be a really cool way to. If somebody does that, please, can I commission one as well? Can I have one like that? Definitely. I would love maybe about 5 on a nice bit of chain. Yeah. That's it. Just that would be fun. I might actually make that for myself.
Jingle as well, wouldn't they?
I think I might make that for myself. That's not. That's. I mean, that's simple. Adding a
few bits of
jump ring.
Chain and a jump ring.
We're done.
Yeah.
I'm having that. I've got that one as my idea. And if you do it, I can't wait to see the results. And of course, get chatting to us today. Join us at facebook.com. It's JewelleryMaker Facebook, and we would love to hear from you. And of course, you know that we've got the launch of the hub. So all of your activity and talking to us today will all be, interacting within the hub. We'll still be sharing, of course, the Facebook, but we'll also be setting you competitions. We'll be talking about your stories, your experiences, valuations, or what have you seen at a different price elsewhere that you can share with us. The reason that you join us at JewelleryMaker, that's all happening on the hub, which launches today. Oh, it's exciting. I know, really, it's a big show today, and big show, including, I know a few people have messaged in about the cord that you'd like to see it again. I love this cord. I love this cord. They are absolutely gorgeous. They're plaited cords, and as you can see, different thicknesses, different combinations, but the quality that you have here is, it is pretty, it's exceptional quality. This is coming your way very, very soon, and I know I've got a lot of people excited. Once more, you've got those gorgeous keys. You might actually choose to put some on just a nice bit of cord, and add something a little bit more different against the keys. You've got loads of different opportunities. We also have for you, and I don't know where they are. Hang on a minute. Let me. Are they hiding right at the back? They are. We've already been oohing and ahhing this morning over the key charms, but equally oohing and ahhing over our brand new Druzy Duo. Now, I launched the first lot of our Druzy Duos a couple of days ago. It was at the weekend. They were so well received. I think a lot of people just really excited about owning and capturing almost a treasure cave of Druzy, a beautiful way to remind ourselves these are genuine gemstones that we're working with, and this is how it all begins, how the gemstone crystallizes inside this cave of beautiful natural qualities, just adding the dazzle with that coloring, and all together these are so exciting. So exciting. Congratulations. If you're watching today, in fact, you know what, I'm going to leave that out. I'm going to leave it out so that you can see it here. Some people were saying that, in fact, it was with Debbie Kershaw that on Saturday, I believe, that we first launched the Druzy Duos. And we were talking about not just having these as part of your jewelry collection, but actually ornamental or inspirational. Again, by being, you know, I was talking about, you know, being connected with nature or connected with what you're working with, you know, I presume that is just going to stimulate your creativity, isn't it?
Yeah, they're interesting, and in different lights you'll get different colours coming off those.
They are so different in terms of what we've ever brought to you before. Something really exciting to be able to harness your new aspects to your jewellery collection and your jewellery making inspiration. So they're coming your way in a druzy duo. Zircon is, a couple of people are asking about it, the elite Zircon that we have coming your way. That's coming up in the 10 o'clock hour, so not that far away actually. The very beginning of our 10 o'clock hour, we will be introducing probably some of the most diamond-like qualities and some of the cleanest zircon. This is a gemstone that quite simply captures history in its making, and we'll talk all about that when we get to this gemstone of history at the highest order. Breathtaking quality. Now, the first kit of today is going to blow your mind, to be honest, because the jewellery that you're going to see with the potential of what you're going to make, you probably are looking at making 3 or 4 kits out of this one kit. You know, this is, it's massive, isn't it, really?
It is.
It's massive.
Yeah, and I've still got clay and cord left over.
You had more left over?
Yeah, I could have made more.
Oh, well, I was looking at the display that you've made, and I was thinking, surely you've used every single thing.
No, it goes such a long way, especially with the memory wire in there as well. So you've just got tons and tons to play with in this kit.
And that's the word, isn't it? Play with.
Yeah.
Because in many ways, you know, this is a kit that's going to give you the chance to experience so many different parts of jewellery making in one kit. You know, whether you're just getting started and you want to experience beading and threading, you've got the chance to be able to do that with ease with all of these feature strands. They're going to give you texture to your jewellery by just threading them onto a strand. But actually, you could explore working with memory wire. Memory wire is a great way to introduce yourself to jewellery making. You know, I've done it with my daughter's school. The upper classes, we made memory wire bracelets all together, and they sold them, and you know, it was literally close off the end of the memory wire, let them thread on their gemstones, and then close off the other end, and they had an amazing piece of jewellery that they were so pleased with. And that's just getting started with jewellery making. But then if you want to explore new avenues of technique, then this is something that I've tried, and I just can't rave any more about. For me, Polymer Clay it's like releasing a whole new world of jewellery making. And when you see again some of Deb's designs with these blocks, you'll really understand that this is a fantastic collaboration of blocks. You've got your white glitter, you have got your red rouge, you've got your copper, and you've also got your transparent. Ooh, now that's going to be a popular one. Lots of people have been asking me about the transparent, because we don't sell it in single packs like this very often. We normally, you don't get a deal. Why? Ooh, that's a real, but I know that's made me go, ooh, because this is one of our most popular of our whole polymer blocks. The transparent is really, really important to a lot of people, because it adds the chance to be able to add, say, glitter, but you'll see through it. It adds the detail of against another backdrop, and you'll still see it. So it's a really popular polymer clay. The gemstones that we're talking about within this kit, and this, as I say, we could just talk and talk and talk, because there is so much going on in this kit. The gemstones, fantastic arrangement of shapes and sizes that are going to really encourage high grade quality jewellery. Your combination here that you have sunstone in your top drill medium nuggets, and I mean, you say the word sunstone, you're expecting it to have the warmth and the glow of the sun, and you certainly have that in the adventurescence within this feldspar gem. And feldspar are all about optical qualities, and the optical beauty of this gemstone is about glow, about illuminating qualities of the sun, and you can really see that with almost a little bit of a lunar-like haze to it over the surface. You can really see that breathtaking quality of sunstone in this strand. Then we're adding red tiger's eye, one of my favourite gems of the moment, with then the golden tiger's eye as well. We haven't seen a huge amount of tiger's eye recently, so now we've got it in a kit with 2 of them, you know, that we're just, we're tipping the balance. We want to rewrite the rules a little bit. We're not complaining by any stretch of the imagination on that deal, though, are we? And to finish it all off, we're bringing you this fantastic combination of colours and qualities. I don't know whether I could call these, you know, they're so naturally forming. I mean, you'd call them nuggets if you were going technical, but you might natural forming, you know. They're
like little pebbles.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it.
Mossy little stones that you'd see.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of mookaite in some of its colourings.
Yeah, I thought that when I was using it. I thought a lot of this is with the lilacs and the mustard tones. Really, yes. Mookaite.
Well, obviously, mookaite and Jasper are pretty much the same gemstone type. You know, they are microcrystalline, so they obviously are opaque. And so, in many ways, there are same nuances of beauty in Jasper as you'll find in mookaite. And of course, mookaite we haven't seen properly for ages, and I think that's why we'll all love working with this ocean Jasper, to have the mustards, those gorgeous mahoganies, those beautiful creams and caramels. You know, then you've also got the ocean greens coming through, almost the teal green coming through, which you don't see very often in Jasper, but you've got it here in all its natural glory. So a really distinguished combination of gemstones for me. I love this combination because they individually work wonderfully, but they together are spectacular. A real recognition of Mother Nature here. We're adding in beading thread monofilament. We know we've got the memory wire, and of course our memory wire comes in 3 sizes. You get the large, you get the medium, and you get the small. 14 coils of the small and the medium, 10 coils of the larger, and you get them all together. Plus, you're also going to get, I know this is what I mean by it goes on and on and on, satin cord as well. Oranges, peaches, and those gorgeous burgundy colours, almost claret tones to your satin cord. And shall we top it off? If we need to add anything else, to be honest, we don't. You're getting over 100 findings, including 1 metre of chain with your rose gold plated copper findings. An amazing bundle of opportunity that you have here, with polymer to inspire and to give you something different, with your gemstones that are ticking so many wonderful boxes, memory wire to give you ease and versatility to your jewellery, findings including 1 metre of chain to give you every kind of backup to create wonderful jewellery, threads and cords that are of course going to inspire you to perhaps extend your jewellery making into braiding or macrame or the likes of kumihimo, which is a braiding technique. You could do anything from this kit. There are so many varieties of exciting jewellery to be made, and you're paying 1 price tag. You know, I think this is going to be a brilliant get started or advance your jewellery designs into 1 kit, and 1 price tag only that you're going to pay. That price tag, whoa, should be £20 higher at least. Should be £20 higher at least, and we're now at £24.95. Known as the Autumn Leaves Jewellery Kit. I think in some ways the beauty of the autumn day, with those gorgeous rich reds and golden tones, the greens, and then perhaps the warmth of the sun, that glow of the sun coming through in the gemstones, is going to just ooze with qualities and class within this whole mega deal. I mean, it is a massive combination of gemstones, isn't it? And not just gemstones, but a massive combination of ingredients. And when we then look at the jewellery that you've made, Deb, this is where we really get a sense of making your money count.
Oh yes, yeah. It just went on and on. There was loads of it, because normally you'd get either the braids or the clay.
Yes.
So you don't usually...
Or the memory wire.
Or the memory wire,
yeah. You would kind of have those as 3 separate additions to a kit.
Yes. And this has got them all. So it was like Christmas when I opened the bag.
For $24.95. That is a lot of jewellery making to be had for a rock bottom price tag. £24.95 is all you pay on this. It's a mega deal offer. It really is a mega deal. If you would like to join me, all I'll say is that these kind of kits, they come few and far between when we're offering such a load of jewellery inspiration in one price point of $24.95, and it's a great way to get started.
Definitely, yeah, because you can try out the memory wire, you can try out some braiding, and then the gemstones are just such fantastic examples of their type that, you know, the quality's really good. On that sunstone, it's
the sheen
lovely.
is wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the thing about getting started. I just wanted to grab our Get Started DVD and our tutorial booklet. For those of you who don't know, what we do like to offer you here as Jewellery Maker is a warm welcome into the wonderful world of jewellery making, but we offer it free of charge, which is a novelty these days.
It is, yeah.
We're bringing you a tutorial booklet which gives you step-by-step instructions of all the basic different techniques that you'll need to be able to achieve to make your wonderful jewellery. But that's backed up by pretty much an hour of tutorials, DVD that is full of how-tos and how-not-tos of the very essentials to jewellery making. And once you've got foundation jewellery making, you really have got, you've got jewellery making to just then keep building on.
Yeah, because even the really complex pieces of jewellery that you make are broken down into the initial techniques that you initially learn, and you just build on those and elaborate on those. But when you pare it right back, it's just the basics.
Basics, absolutely. And this is it, you know, or the alternative is that you're looking at this kit and going, well, hang on a minute, I could not put all of these together. I love working with memory wire, I love working with threads, I love working with polymer, but there's no way you would be able to put this kind of kit together at a $24.95. I mean, we're looking at £20 price tag more if you were trying to put this together yourself, you know, on our website. So if you want to then extend and just keep enjoying the different diversities, and working with polymer clay, something that you're going to show us how to do, but this time with memory wire.
With the memory wire.
Something I've not challenged myself to. So how would we and what would we?
It's this one on the end. It looks quite complex to actually do, but it's really simple.
Which is what I like. I like things that look really hard but actually are really easy.
Yeah. So all you've got is the memory wire going around the neckline with the sunstone threaded on, and I did that last, so I hadn't put any gemstones on, and I baked the clay onto the memory wire. So if I show you how I connected it all up and made the individual components. Okay, so on the necklace memory wire, I took just, it was just over one complete loop of wire. So using a hefty pliers. I use these so I don't get confused, because I know if I pick up pliers that aren't really heavy, I'm cutting my memory wire with the wrong ones.
Yes, so that's really important, because with memory wire, because of its tension and with the way that it's formed, obviously to keep its memory, you can't use just standard cutting pliers because otherwise you'll just blunt them almost immediately. So always best to have your own either separate cutters or memory wire cutters specifically for the job.
Yeah. Okay, so the first step is to bend the memory wire here on the end, and that's where we're going to attach our first disc of polymer clay. So just using flat nose pliers, because it's not going to be seen anyway. So I've bent that now, and then the next step was to cut some circles of the ring memory wire. So some of them have got 3 or 4 loops, and some of them are just a single loop with a little bit of overlap. And then again, I've bent the ends here so that they're at an angle, and it provides more of a purchase then for the clay. Okay, so I've got different shaped cutters here for the beads, but what we're going to do if I move those out of the way. Okay, I've got some of the copper clay.
And what kind of thickness have you gone for?
So it's probably about 2 mil thick, or number 1 on the roller.
I was going to say, is that 1 on the roller?
Yeah, there or thereabouts. It doesn't need to be completely even. It's not a sort of major problem if you roll it out with one of the rolling pins. Because what I'm going to do, I've just found this texture sheet in the drawer, so somebody's been dyeing stuff with it. But I pressed
any texture sheet will work, won't it?
Any texture sheet.
And we have lots available on our website. Apologies that our graphics have just had to disappear for a second, but we're hoping that we will regain them in a second. But you still have access via our phone lines, or join us at JewelleryMaker.com. The code on this kit, let me give you it so I know that I've heard. TLG C94 is the code that you need to have. That's via our phone lines, that's via our website as well, that you can make your purchase with us. So you can make that purchase as we regain our graphics back again.
Okay, so I've textured a pear drop shape and just pop that down there with the texture pattern at the bottom, and I've made sure I've got quite a good strong impression. And then pop the top piece. So you've got 2 pieces of clay cut out now the same size. So what I'm going to do, and this is the fiddly bit, is pop the memory wire on top of that piece of clay, and then pop this shape on top. Sorry, you can't actually see that going down. Sandwich the wire in and press really hard. And what I did was also press around the edge of the shape so it curves the edges so it's not completely flat. Pull it off.
Cool.
And then using your blade.
And this is the flexi blade?
Yeah. Well, it's the stiffer of the 2.
Oh, is it?
Just to get it off. So you've still got some texture on the back.
Yes.
And you've got your texture on the front. Here, I don't like this bit because I can see where I've joined the 2 shapes together.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is just take my nylon cutter and just rub it over the edge, and that will blend the 2 shapes together. And you can also use the wax cutter tools, carving tools that we've got now, which are fantastic. Just dig around in my box and see if I can find it.
I don't even know what
it's.
I think you're talking about something that you've introduced while I've been away.
Have you missed it?
Yes, I'm getting rather excited.
There's a complete set of these tools.
They're like dentist's tools,
yes,
but for
yeah. So you can
stop everything. When did that happen? Did that happen while I was away on holiday?
It might have done. We've had them a while now.
Well,
but you can then model your polymer and mould it.
So are they available on our website?
They're brilliant. They should be.
Look, I'm normally hot on it. You know what I'm like. If I knew there's something in, I want it. Okay.
Just pressed along there and made like a pattern with that, and then this end is a pointed.
Do we know whether we have any more of those in stock, guys, please?
They're fab. I love them. I've used them on perspex as well. So if anybody's got them, you can heat up your perspex with the heat gun, and then press these in and hold it until it's gone cold, and you then get shapes.
They are such a cool. Check out our website, see if there's any available. Go to JewelleryMaker.com. We don't think that they probably are an on and gone deal. You know, like one of those tools. Our tools like this. We doesn't matter how many we get into stock, they always just fly out. But fingers crossed, we'll be able to get some more. And I would think that there'll be an intention of if they're that practical and that there's so much use out of them. We'll certainly do our best to get some more into stock.
They're brilliant. I love them. So. Then in exactly the same way, you just sandwich the other sections of memory wire.
And this is all pre-firing, pre-baking.
Yep.
So you're doing all of the form. And the memory wire is okay to go into the
memory wire baked absolutely perfectly. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. No problem. It didn't discolour.
Because it's not a massive temperature that you're putting it into,
No.
is it? It's like
125.
Yeah, to 130.
130. Now I've also pushed this one in, so you don't have to embed it completely. So you can form around your wire and create different shapes. And then let's put some more texture on there and just connect them up then using, once they're baked, so bake them, and then you connect them up using just the jump rings, and these are then set into your polymer clay and solid.
So can I stop you now, because if I'm at this point now, I would bake them.
Bake them. Let
What
them
kind
go
of a time
cold.
period?
They're quite thin, so probably 15-20 minutes, that's all it would need.
At 120,
125,
130,
yeah.
yes. And so I've placed them in there, everything's fine, I've brought them out, they cool down.
They're cooled.
And then they literally are hardened at that point, aren't they? I
They'll
can condition them if I want to glaze them or something like that?
You can glaze them, with the Sculpey glaze,
yes.
or you can buff it up using denim fabric, and it gives a nice satin sheen, so they don't need to be varnished. If you don't want to, you can apply gleams, so the wax gleams,
colouring texture,
leave that to dry and then buff it off, which will bring up the texture really nicely. And put in some of the gold coloured gleam, the antique gold or the copper gleam onto this would really give it a gorgeous
almost like a very vintage look, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then you'd link them all together with the jump rings to create this cascading formation.
Yes. So you just use then the jump rings to join all of your beads up. And connect it. So it's really simple. And because you've got quite large expanses of memory wire, you don't have to worry about how you position them all until they come out, because they link really easily.
Wonderfully, absolutely fantastic. So you can keep on breaking it. I've got a question. Can you put it in a gas oven? And if so, what temperature?
Yes. I'm not sure what the equivalent temperature is. It's the lowest, absolute lowest setting.
I think Debbie literally says turn it on and turn it to the lowest dial.
It's almost like if you're making meringues, it's that same temperature, because you don't want them to scorch. And I did in the other kit, I have actually burnt my clay because I'd put it in the oven too hot. It's not got
it doesn't say. It literally just says 130, and I presume that's based on electric. So yes, I know that Deb. Last time I spoke to obviously Debbie Bulford, one of our experts, she was saying that yes, you can. But like you say, like it's a meringue, drop it right down,
right low.
Yeah, I remember that.
And if you put it up too high, you will scorch the clay.
Yes, you'll see like a singeing almost.
So it will burn
you'll know if you've got it too high. I've got a question coming in from Elaine, I think. Hi all, where would I be without Jewellery Maker? Love you all. Giving a wee demo at daycare. Decided on a memory wire bracelet. Easy for all and a take home. That's how I found. And as I say, I'm not really a jewellery maker. I'm just inspired by the amazing people like Deb and yourself, Elaine. And the thing is that I took that just because I did it with the year sixes at my daughter's school, because we were talking about how business works and how best to, how do you sell something that you've made, or how do you create an environment. And we thought, we did quite a lot of school work, so we did about how do you create a headline and all of that stuff, and then we made our own pieces of jewellery, and they each had to make their own headline about their jewellery, and it was memory wire that did it for me, because I just thought, to have the result by the end of the class day, to then say, look what I've made with memory wire, it is that easy. And I think it's a brilliant idea. I hope you have a great time, Elaine, and wonderful. Right then, shall we do something different?
Come on then.
Let's do something different. Jewellery Maker is about to do something that you've never seen before. Welcome to the hub. So the hub is where we get to really come together as a community of jewellery makers. It's your part of the show where you get to tell us what you feel about the jewellery that you're making at the moment, how you feel that you want your jewellery making to go. You tell us about how your stories of making jewellery, or alternatively, perhaps you want to just rejubilate and be rejoicing of our community, and we're all just having a competition about something that's just a bit of fun. It is a time of the day where we'll get to just enjoy a community of fantastic people who love making jewellery, and we'll stick with the Wall of Fame though. Okay. We're not going to lose that at all. We love this part of the show where we get to be inspired by each other, but this is just the beginning of the hub. Let me introduce you to Sandra's entry, and she says her attached photograph is recent makes using beautiful labradorite and pearls, all from JewelleryMaker. She says the photo doesn't do this justice to the gorgeous blues, greens and flashes of gold in the gems, and she says I have to sit on my hands every time you bring a labradorite to air. I know. Did you get the red labradorite? Did you see it? Red labradorite.
No.
Andesine, yes. 50% of andesine is labradorite, and we had a one strand, and we have nothing else. It was a one strand deal at the weekend.
Wow, I missed it.
Oh, it was amazing. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
So I've just told you about something that you really wanted to own, isn't it?
I don't want to know.
We're hoping, we have made a big plea whether we could get some more andesine in. I mean, the last time I saw andesine on our sister channel was a very long time ago, so the one strand, if you did get it, massive congratulations. Wow. 202 you are, Sandra.
200s from Jackie Davis, who says, here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It's made of polymer clay, holographic glitter and tanzanite chips. The stones are from JM. Here's hoping for a win. I love that glitter. That holographic glitter is amazing. Isn't it? Yeah.
I've got
brilliant.
Eleanor here. She says, I was recently in Croatia for a friend's wedding and made this necklace, bracelet and earring set for the day before the wedding to wear. The nuggets are amazonite interspaced with green grey keshi pearls. I used 0.4mm silver plated wire to wrap around, leaving it with what I feel is an organic finish. Everything is always from JewelleryMaker. Really hope that this is good enough to be shown on the show, and good luck to everyone who is in the draw. I spend a small fortune each month on JewelleryMaker, so a win would be fantastic. Love watching you guys on JM nearly every day. The team always makes me smile. Love from Barcelona. That's how you say it, isn't it? Barcelona. I think that's how you say it. Barcelona. And if it's not, I'm going to stick with it because it makes me smile. Barcelona. And that's... I once went on a hen party to Barcelona, and I honestly think I might have said Barcelona probably as many times as I've said there, but continually for 3 days. It didn't annoy anyone. Nobody got annoyed with Barcelona. 230 miles.
Nobody spoke to you on the plane coming home.
But seriously, just say that word like that and it'll make you smile. There's certain things in my life that just are pointless but make me laugh, and I go, look, something might happen to me tomorrow. I may as well enjoy today and enjoy saying Barcelona. I
like the word plump.
Plump. Oh, nice. I like the word bulbous.
Yes.
Bulbous.
201 is from Mary Foros. I think that's how you say your name. Apologies if it isn't. I love these. Hi JM, I've been messing around with raw copper wire, copper scales and my blowtorch. I've added some prasiolite and some bead scoop fines, and I'm so pleased with the result. I hope they make it onto the WAF.
That's fantastic. Well done.
Lovely.
Yeah, brilliant. You're 201. So we said the hub was going to be something a bit different, and it absolutely is. So we'll stick with the Wall of Fame, but we're going to do so much more. And we're also going to offer and open up to everybody who's watching right now. Would you like to be a guest designer? Have you got it in you to come and stand like Deb and show off your amazing talents? In a way that's brilliant. Can I just say the telephone that's ringing is actually, it was the light. It's Dee's phone. That was the light. Yeah, it's because we were losing Dee's phone for, sorry about that. No phones in the studio. If you would like to be a guest designer, if you think that you could offer something different to our fantastic guest designer team, then we would love to hear from you. If you think that your jewellery could inspire, if you think that you've got something different to offer, then we would love to hear from you. So how do you get in touch with us? All you need to do is email guestdesigner@jewellerymaker.com. So that's guestdesigner@jewellerymaker.com. We need a covering letter, a full CV that needs to include your employment, your jewellery making skills, the mediums that you're advanced at. Also, if you've got a new medium that we haven't yet covered here at Jewellery Maker that you think we'd be interested in, please let us know about that. Plus a recent headshot and a portfolio of your work. So give us some photographs so that we can really see, you know, where it is and what it is that you've got to offer. So if you think you could be a guest designer and stand just here with me and inspire us, then please let us know. As I say, email at guestdesigner@jewellerymaker.com. Now I'm going to turn to my hub master today. That's what I'm going to call you from now, the hub master. Tell us all about the hub and what do we expect to find in the coming weeks?
So the hub is all about you, the viewers at home, and we want you to get involved as much as you can by entering our competitions, taking part in our polls on Facebook. You can send in your success stories as well. Maybe you've brought some pearls or any product from JM and you've had it approved, you've had it appraised, and you want to send in your valuations. We'd like to hear those stories. We'll be letting you know about different pictures you can send in. We've got one today with Alison's, any designs that were inspired by Alison. We've asked people to send in those entries. We're running a poll today, and we asked you, which gemstone do you prefer? And the options were ruby, emerald and sapphire, and so far in the running is sapphire. So
is it?
Yes. So if you continue to vote throughout the show, you can head over to our Jewellery Maker Facebook page, and about 12 o'clock we will be bringing in the results to find out which is the favourite gemstone.
And we're going to continue along the same vein of you know, the reason that I think Jewellery Maker is so successful is quite simply because of you. And the biggest thing that we say is that we want this part of the show to be absolutely about what you think and what you're doing and what you would like to see, and that is a question that we're putting today. So our question today is, what would you like to see in the hub? Is there something that we've missed out on in the past 4 years that you've been feverishly waiting for us to do and we haven't done it yet? So the question today is, what would you like to see in the hub? You can text into 60777. Start your text with JM Studio. Standard network charges do apply. We have got prizes. Now, it'll be a random selection of 2 people who have given us something of an idea of what you're looking for. And inside these deals, honestly, I want to be able to enter. I know I'm not allowed to be able to enter, but if I was to, this is a mega pack. Dion has literally crammed, and I mean, honestly, she has. Where's the thing? Because when she opened it this morning, I was like, this is not a prize, this is a dream. It's huge. She's just dumped, and I do officially mean, look, I feel like you've just, look. She has filled and filled and filled. Now that's one of the competition prizes. Now the competition isn't really about who gives us the best idea. It's just about being part of the hub. Tell us who you are and tell us what is it that you want to see in the hub. We're not going to choose the best. We're just going to say random selection of 2 people who have been involved in the hub today will get the chance to be able to get these wonderful. Now that's just prize 1. Prize 2. Check out this box full of loveliness.
Ooh,
I know.
Nice.
Pearls, tools, wire, you name it, you've got it in there. So those are your 2 prizes for today. I do have to say that if you are texting in, you do need to give us your customer number, but we will not be able to accept your entry unless you give us your customer number and your name. That's an absolute imperative. As I say, we'd have to just disregard if you don't give us your customer number, because we need to be able to send it to you. Of course, you can not just get in touch with us via Facebook, you can also get in touch with us with text and also via our website. web chat as well, isn't there?
Yeah, that's correct.
So if you go to our live feed on our www.JewelleryMaker.com set, then you'll be able to access us and message in. You can also send your entry into the hub, which goes directly to you there, isn't it? That little special machine.
Yeah. So as Ollie just put up there, it's the hub at JewelleryMaker.com. So send your entries, any messages, comments to that address as well.
So there's loads of ways of getting in touch with us. There literally is. We're trying to be as open and as interactive as possible, and the hub is just the beginning of what we absolutely know is so crucial to all of us as a family of a community, and it is a genuine family. I promise you. For me, I feel like when I'm meeting people for the first time in the workshop, you know, when you join us, I feel like I'm just meeting a friend that I've just never seen before, but you are my friends, and that's the way that we all feel about JewelleryMaker, and I get the hub is just trying to encapsulate that in let's make it even more interactive, and you could be getting that competition. Is it time for the Zircon?
Yeah, I think it is.
Straight after the break, we have got the ultimate Zircon, the elite of some of the crispest, cleanest Zircon that we have ever seen. I have to tell you, it's probably one of the most formidable prices too, so don't go anywhere.
This week, JewelleryMaker has an exclusive offer running for all our customers. Our pick of the week is an amazing Get Started with Jewellery Making bundle. This incredible value for money bumper pack includes a toolkit, beading trays, threading material, gemstones, display stands, gift boxes, findings, and the 4th birthday DVD collection. All of this for just $84.95. This limited offer is great for beginners or simply to stock up on all your jewellery making essentials. To get your hands on this deal, simply contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker are having a web exclusive sale on 925 sterling silver. Head over to our website now and take advantage of up to 75% off. All stock must go, but be quick, because if you miss it, you'll miss out.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Did you know you can purchase incredible jewellery featuring genuine gemstones on our sister channel Gems? Come along and see what treasures you can find.
Join the incredibly talented guest designer Alison Tarry in her very first wire sculpture DVD. In this edition, you will learn all the skills needed to create fabulous scrollwork designs, including a decorative bell, wire booties and an ornamental box. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
JewelleryMaker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Such an exceptional quality of a gemstone. It's very, very irregular for us to get zircon in our jewellery collections on this channel, and that's because it's very irregular to get high grade zircon within this size and this formation. One of the biggest things that we've got to clarify on this deal is that this is a one-off quality of zircon that I can't always be able to establish in crisp, clear stones. This is a truly high-grade quality of zircon. What's fascinating about this gemstone when you look at it is that you'll think that there's almost a diamond sitting harnessed inside each stone. There is that dazzle, there's that sparkle, that beautiful light reaction. Zircon is a tremendously beautiful gemstone when it has that high clear grade, and this is ticking all the diamond-like boxes. I mean, if you're handing over 180 plus pounds, which of course we have seen you hand over for diamonds, then fair dues. But actually, if you want to get diamond-like look, you want to have that luxury of sparkle and splendor of a gemstone that actually in many ways is way, way, way more exciting than diamonds in terms of its history, in terms of its reaction of light. Do you know this gemstone can double the reaction of light to that of a diamond? Gemstones of diamonds are isometric, which means they're singular refractive. So every time you look at a diamond, you're not seeing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 lights reacting. You're seeing one light reaction inside the gem and back out again. It's crisp and it's clean, and that's why we all love diamonds, the sparkle of diamonds. But this gemstone takes the single light source entering and splits it twice. So every single light that enters actually refracts twice back out. So you're getting double the reaction to that of a diamond. And what's extraordinary about the example you have here is that you can really see that light reaction. You can really see the wonderment of internal clear crisp stone, diamond-like potential, breathtaking sparkle and splendor, an amazing deal, an absolute beauty of crisp and clear stones. This is a gemstone that is classified by most gemologists and geologists as the gem of history. That's because this gemstone over a long period of time has preserved chemical information, and by having this chemical information you can trace back a gemstone that has rewritten rules. This is rewritten the rules of what we thought was the formation of the planet by billions of years. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? We are looking here at a gemstone that rewrote history. Everything we thought we knew about the planet was rewritten by the gem you're about to own. Could you imagine anything else in the world so extraordinary that you are going to be able to wear a gemstone that rewrote the history of the planet by millions of years? And the reason for that is because there's a durable gemstone, and the durability of the gemstone is what gives it that withstanding strength of the erosion, the transportation, and even metamorphism that taken place on the planet. It has withstood all of that transformation, and it has been quite simply been in a constant supply of historical referencing for years. And I mean, this gemstone, when it was first found, they didn't know what it was because they'd never met something so durable, something so beautiful, but something that contained so much interest in terms of its chemical composition. It is quite simply a stone to capture your attention in so many ways. Everybody loves the diamond-like sparkle, but you also have to love that this gemstone transports you billion years, 0.455 billion years it takes you back. And I don't know any other stone, there isn't another gemstone that takes you so far back in history and offers you still that wonderment of quality. So durability and diamond-like potential, sparkling, solid, quality of opportunity. And one of the most important things about making jewellery is that you want it to last for a long time.
Yeah.
You really do want to have that lifetime of wearability to your jewellery collection. And if you've got a gemstone that has withstood erosion and metamorphism of a planet, if you've got a gemstone that has a durability of the highest order, then you know you've got something that you're going to wear and better wear. A spectacular diamond-like gemstone. Don't want you to forget about the birthstones, because I know there's a lot of people heading towards the back end of the year now working on the different birthstone designs that they can sell and give as gifts. Of course, this is December's birthstone alongside turquoise and tanzanite, and it gives a diamond-like luxury to your jewellery collection. A spectacular gemstone, an amazing deal. Let's go for it on this deal. Let's give you that something special, diamond-like luxury, a gemstone of history, a stone that has quite simply withstood. What is the word? Withstanded. That's not a word. Withstood the test of time.
Yeah.
And literally the oldest element on the planet, 4.4 billion years ago, this gemstone was found, and you have now got the chance to be able to own this extraordinary gem of history for just $24.95. You expect a gemstone of such extraordinary capabilities of wonderment, of beauty and historical revere to command price points of £50. I mean, how much was the last diamond strand that you watched? I saw it on the evening. I saw it on the evening show with Ali. £185 for diamonds. Now, I'm not questioning that price tag, because at the end of the day, that's diamonds, and everybody loves diamonds. But I'm asking about a gemstone of the highest order of historical qualities, a gemstone of extraordinary diamond-like potential, in fact a higher refractive index in terms of double refraction qualities than that of a diamond, and you've got it for £24.95. It really is a stone to make a difference. It is a really exciting addition to your jewellery collection, and I know for a lot of people this is the time to make a difference, especially if you're looking for something special for Christmas. And of course, Christmas gifts, especially, you know, maybe bridal jewellery. Bride's getting married in December. It's December's birthstone.
Yeah. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I mean, how much does an engagement ring cost these days? You know, a single solitaire, isn't it meant to be 3 months of a gent's wage or something like that?
Yeah.
I think it's something like that. Oh, you think it's 1 month? Oh, according to the gent, it's 1 month. So Ollie is the only
6
guy,
months.
and he's saying it's 1 month. I'm saying 3 months. I didn't know that when I got engaged. I didn't know that. I seriously let myself down by not knowing that. I let my husband get away with it there. And to be honest, I've made him pay beyond 20 times since then. We went to taste some champagne when we were on our holidays in the Champagne area. I know, get us. But we stayed in the vineyards. You know, we have a little camper van, so we stayed in the vineyards, and then we had a tasting of the champagne. And the gentleman, right, and he said they didn't talk about price at all. Right, we just had to taste, and my husband had somehow found a price list, right? So he knew how much the champagne was costing, and so we tasted. We must have had about 5 or 6 tastes, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then I picked up the last one. And oh, now that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. And my husband looked at me and went, Vicki, it had to be. It's absolutely 100% the most expensive one of the whole range. You always have to choose the most expensive. I was like, well, you know, you married me. £24.95. But if you're going to choose the elite, like that champagne, if you're going to choose it, you're going to choose it because you're enjoying, and that's the one thing. These are elite pieces. If you want to parallel, you know, this zircon to a bottle of champagne, we're going to take you to the elite qualities of luxury for £24.95. Massive congratulations on this deal. Absolute delight, sparkle and splendour. Hold those phone lines. If you would like to join me on the web, you can do so. The hub is heaving already, which is brilliant. The whole point of us launching the hub was because, I reckon everybody wants to win the ultimate prize. Not all of the prizes are going to be like that. I have to say, this is a launch day of the hub. I have to say, not. I think, to be honest, Dion literally just went, I love that, I love that. I love that. Brilliant. So if you do want to get involved in the hub, you can do it loads of ways. You can text in, or alternatively, perhaps you want to go to our Facebook and like us. You can join us, or you can message in via our live chat. JewelleryMaker.com is where you can join us. Or alternatively, perhaps you want to get in touch with us in another way. Perhaps you're somebody who doesn't have access to those and you want to write us to the hub. Look, we will take everybody's communications, however you want to be in touch with us. We look forward to hearing from you. This weekend just gone, I launched, now I'm sure, was it on Friday? I launched it on Friday. Now I know that you might have seen it over the weekend, but we've had a lot of reaction about this one fantastic storage solution. These are fantastic. In terms of storage solution for jewellery makers, for jewellery collectors, for anybody who just wants to be more organised. And I know that when we were doing it the other day, Mark was saying he'd put one of these in his potting shed and put his seeds in, so it doesn't have to be just for jewellery making. This storage solution is fantastic. I'm going to show you how it comes. So first of all, you can see it like this. So this is your storage solution, and as you can see, it's a storage hanger. So whether you're going to place this into your wardrobe on the hanger, or whether you're going to put it behind the back of the door, however you're going to do it, this is going to hang to give you organisation. Now, let me just take this out so that you can see what it is, because if you've not seen this, hold on to your hats. I think this is one of the most wonderful ways to get organised, to be inspired. You know, maybe you're waking up one morning and go, I don't know what to make, but I know I've got to make something special today. Put colours, put gemstones, put findings that are going to inspire you and display them all together. Let's open it all up. Ching! Put them all together, and maybe you're going to go, okay, I'm going to take the thread, I'm going to place it up here. Hang on it. So I'm going to put this one here, and I'm going to take sapphires, emeralds and rubies here, and I'm going to put, I might put a block of polymer in here because I'm liking the idea of getting these colours together, and I'm going to work that. Okay, so my first piece of jewellery today, and this can be storage, it could be literally just a storage solution, but it might be also your artist's palette of jewellery making ideas. So you might think to yourself, today I want to work with polymer, feature gemstones of sapphires, rubies and emeralds, just drop that one in, and then also your cord, and you might choose that you're going to work these together. This is going to be what you're inspiring today, or you might keep on adding, but you might actually just be storing all of your featured gemstones, your strands, your threads, all of the cords, etc. can work inside the medium size compartment. So you get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 of the compartments in the medium size, and then you get 4 of the larger, and the larger are massive. Let me just do this. What? Look. Takes up loads. I mean, it'll store lots and lots and lots. That's one whole lot of cord that's stored into that one compartment. So it's got plenty of versatility of storage or inspiration. But guess what? That's not all it is. Because when you flip it over, you don't just get a flat, you get hanging space. Now if I just show you how it works, you've got a Velcro tab, and all you're going to do, oh, I'm not showing this very well, can you see it now? Yes, you see it? So if I just show you there, and then you've got a hanging space for your jewellery. Deb, can I borrow 3, 4, 5 pieces of jewellery so we can show everybody? Yeah. Because this is a wonderful way to display your jewellery if you're selling at craft fairs, or, you know, if you're going around your friend's house and you know there's going to be a handful of you, and you think to yourself, well, actually, I might just share this with my friends, a couple of people might buy from me. This is a great way to do it. Now, the different tabs are spaced out differently for different size jewellery. So some heavy. For neckline pieces, that's all right, because the Velcro is strong enough to be able to take it, which is good. See if I just keep on, so you then display your jewellery like so.
That is strong, because the one at the top there on the chain, it really is heavy.
But that's okay, because it's, you know, well, we know Velcro's pretty tight, isn't it? Now,
it is.
In terms of display, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 7 across the top, 7 across the middle, 7 across the bottom, and then spaced out a little bit further. So for your bigger items, you've got 6. So you have in total the opportunity 7, 14, 21, 27 display fastenings. Now, we thought that was brilliant, and then Mark came up with an additional idea, which then takes it even further. Because if you then close up all of your tabs at the top and put a piece of doweling through the centre of, you know what I'm going to say? You then have even longer display to be able to put up all of your jewellery on one display chart like this.
Yeah.
Great, isn't it?
That's really good.
Even more display. And actually displaying might just be taking it, as I say, to friends and family, or on your own jewellery, you know, on your own jewellery room or your workshop, or, you know, perhaps just wanting to be able to put it somewhere where you can enjoy, putting it into your wardrobe, you know, organising your jewellery individually, but organising and displaying your jewellery is the way that you get to enjoy it. I look at my jewellery box these days, and I probably couldn't tell you half of the things that are in the box, because some of the pieces that are this big are right at the bottom, and I've got a layered stacker boxing, you know, that we have on our sister channel. We have stacker boxes, and I've got a big open stacker box, right? Honestly, I haven't had most of my jewellery out this year because it's all stacked in this box and I don't get to look at it, so I forget that I've got it. This is not going to be anything other than a perfect way to display your jewellery. This is your organising and displaying opportunity to your jewellery making, and I think this is a fantastic way. And I know you can get ones like this, but to my expectation of how we've put our attention to the finishings, you know, like the display back, because of all the storage, this is your JewelleryMaker version of display and storage. I've already got loads of people multi-buying on this. That's because your price tag is formidable. Your price tag really is. I have to tell you, what you're about to pay, you really have got a lot for your money. Why? You're paying just $7.95. That's it. I mean, think of how much a display would cost you, you know, and actually all you need to have is one hanger, and here you have loads of dowlings and olive display. And you want to make sure that people are being able to see your jewellery in a matter of seconds, you know. And this looks so professional, you know, just literally opening them up and displaying all of your jewellery, especially if you're going to, you know, to any of your Christmas fairs and things like that to sell your jewellery. You want ease, don't you?
Yeah. And you want it to pack down quickly as well. You don't want to be having to put things into bubble wrap and mess about.
What a fiddle.
So that's brilliant.
And the nice thing is that if you've got jewellery that you've made, you could actually have the alternatives of different sizes or different alternative colours in the back. So if someone says, oh, that's nice, but I'm not so sure about the metalwork, you can go, oh, that's okay, let me just change that. You go to the back and you've got stored just here the alternative, so you have it to hand instantly, haven't you?
You know where it is. You're not rooting through boxes and
that's it. Let me see if I can find it for you. And, and then you've lost the sale because you haven't had that two-hand organisation. This is two-hand organising. I'm talking about organising of selling your jewellery. I guess that's because in my head we're getting to that point where Christmas fairs we're right on the cusp of, aren't we?
Yes, yeah. They'll be starting at the end of the month, probably. I was
going to say, one presumes that it's the 1st of October. I always know that when I start to see the advertisings going on of the first Christmas fairs, etc. And people always rant and rave, I can't believe they're talking about Christmas. But actually, loads of people go because we all enjoy the run up to Christmas. But it's that enjoying of, if you are going to sell your jewellery, enjoy it by displaying it and making your life easy. You know, this is literally closing it up. And that's all of your display closed up into one, that's it. I mean, you could fold it up twice, but I think if you've got your larger pieces, you probably would fold it twice. That's it. You scoop that and you hold that like that, and that's all of your jewellery displayed for all of your neckline. I would certainly say that's neckline and wrist wear. You know, some of the tighter what's it called, Velcro. That's for perhaps your bracelets. But when Mark came up with the idea of putting doweling through to an even more of a display, I think that's fantastic. You're pushing it, aren't you?
Really good. Yeah.
Really clever idea.
It is.
Really clever. £7.95 is all you're going to pay. What about if oh, stop. I've just had another idea. Ooh, 2 in 1 day. Yes, 2 in 1 day. Write down this date, the 2nd of September. Vic's had 2 ideas in 1 minute. Yes, great me my tablets. We've got the necklace here, but I'm wondering, how about not just having the alternatives in terms of the, you know, the different colour formats or something. What about if you had on the back, oh, I really like that necklace, could I buy that necklace? Yes, you can. Turn it over. Would you like the matching bracelet and earrings to go with it?
Yeah.
An add-on sale just like that, all organised, all planned. And if you're at home and you've got no intention of selling your jewellery, you just love making jewellery and you want to get all of your birthday and Christmas gifts sorted, display it. You know, you've achieved something wonderful from your jewellery designs. Why would you put it in a jewellery box and not enjoy it? I always think that we buy those beautiful display busts because we want to see our jewellery once we've made it. This is a way to do it without being quite so, you know, heck, you know, I think about my, what's it called, my dressing table. It's not quite a dressing table, it's like drawers that then is, you know, got things stored on top of it. It's not quite a dressing table. But in my mind, like, I think that this is much more of a versatile way of displaying my jewellery in my wardrobe and getting it out and enjoying it than it is perhaps having 3 or 4 busts with my jewellery all set up on the stand. It's not going to be as practical. This is practicality, isn't it? $7.95 is already paid on that deal. I will pass that over to Deb, because Deb, I've essentially just taken all of your jewellery there. So let me destock all of the things that I've just put in here to show you how it can be stored. Can I leave you with that satin cord just for a sec? Because that satin cord is just, it's wonderful.
Fantastic. I haven't seen all the different colours. I've seen the black and the silver, because I've got some in a kit coming up for Saturday with some of that in. But yeah, the other colours are fantastic as well. Love it.
Gorgeous, absolutely fantastic. They're all so different. The silvers, there's the blacks, there's the pinks, there's the golds. I love how the colours have been lined.
Yeah.
Like silhouetted.
It's extra detail put in there so you can actually see the braiding.
The definition, isn't it?
Yeah, really good.
I love it. Loving that chord, cannot wait to play for it, but it's not happening yet. Straight up. Is it? Oh, is it really? Oh, I'm so pleased about that. I'm so pleased. Every time I picked it up, I've been wanting you to just say, go on then, Vix, just play. Go on then, Vix, just go on. But not once have I heard that until I was expecting you to just go, yeah, later on. And we're doing it now. Whoo! I give a jazz hand. Get in. I think this is one of my nicest cords that I've seen from us. I honestly think this is the best cord we've put. The definition with the black outline around the actual colour of the cord is what really works. Really, really works. You have your silver with your black definition, your black on black definition. So this is the thickest cord. Let me pick up the thickest cord first. So let me hold them like so you can see these are the widest. Now the widest I believe are 11 mil. Okay, so these are the 11 mil ones. Oh, that's right. So these are 11 mil, and again these are all 90 centimetre extension. So this one's an 80 centimetre, and the others are 90 centimetre. Here. I mean, I look at this and I just think to myself, there's so much potential to be had. I mean, I would be inclined to just make really easy bangles out of these. That's it. Because that's all it needs. They're such good looking.
Yep, that really works, doesn't it?
It does. And I mean, you know, part of me is looking at this and I mean, what about adding it as a belt?
Yeah.
If I hold it like this, and I'm just going to pull it a little bit so you don't have to get near my stomach. But look at that. I mean, that would look gorgeous as a belt.
It would.
Imagine one of your clasps and that would look a really, really good looking belt. You know, little black dress, and you just want to define your waist. Who is it that tells a Gokwan who always says define the waist, define the waist? Well, you could do that with the black dress and just that little bit of pinching. So you've got your wide cord, and I have to say I love it. Then you've got your mid thickness, and these are your 8 mil cords, and these are your pink and white and your gold and white, and as you can see, the different colors of the pinks. So some of like your bubblegum pinks, and some of them are your candy floss pinks, again braided color combination with the white. Then you've got all gold with the definition of the black, and all of your white and gold as well. Plus you're also going to get your wrapped cord as well, so much more of the classic cords rather than the flat braids. You're going to get your more tube-like braid cord, and that's in the orange and silver and black and the gold and white and black combination. Adding in this combo, look at this. Oh, love it. I just love this. It's so brilliant to see such a luxury of cord. It feels lovely against the skin because it's true finish to the highest order quality. The combination I'm about to bring you is a mega deal offer. We are about to do something big style. It should be a lot higher than this price tag. It should be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defined. Is that right? 2, 4, 6. Oh, there was one hiding underneath. 8. I was thinking that. 8 defined, unique, what I'd classify as so really well thought out designed cords that you have here. Can I tell you? Shouldn't have even been 12 because that was too low. And then Dion, what is she up to today? $9.95. Dion, my producer, pushing the boundaries for you. I mean, we're looking at what, over 7 meters. Over 7 meters of your cord here for $9.95. I mean, you pay that more for one belt in the shops these days. I went shopping with my cousin a few months ago, and she said that I had to buy this belt. I picked up the belt, I took it to the checkout, and she asked for me to pay £35 for it. I looked at her and I went, no. And she went, that's the price, like £35 for a belt. Amazing, isn't it?
That's a lot.
£35 for a belt, though.
Is it really?
It was a lovely belt. Yeah. But it was £35. I was thinking to myself, I'd pay that for probably a dress if I was going out for a special night out, but £35 for a belt I felt was a lot of money. But you could create your own lovely wearable belts. The combination, the lengths, I just need to clarify because I did say 80 centimetres and 90 centimetres. So you have two that are 80 centimetre, which are your think ones, and then the 6 that are then the 90 centimetres. So that's all combined. So we're talking just over 7 metres, aren't we, in total that you'll get. Vicki and Deb, what clasp would you use if you were making these cords into bracelets? And that's Stella asking in Berkshire.
We did have some that were magnetic.
Magnetic clasps.
That were a rectangle. So
like box clasp, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if they'd come in the size to fit the widest braid, but they'd definitely be good enough for the others, big enough. And
you could wire wrap them. You could wire close them.
Yes.
You know, if you were going to, and sealing that's another thing. Obviously, with it being nylon thread, Zapper would be probably quite handy to be able to seal all your. No, Mark has said to me a couple of times he uses quite a lot of the varnish.
Nail varnish.
Nail varnish, yes. Like a clear nail varnish.
Yep. Or you can use some really fine wire and just wrap it round to make sure it's held together before you cut it. So otherwise it'll unravel and you'll lose. But you could as well, I should imagine, I've not used mine yet, it's sitting at home ready to be used. But if you fold it over and then stitch it using just cotton or some nylon thread.
Yes.
And that would just close it up, and then you can use jump rings and things like that on it.
Apparently on Friday's show we will have some of the box clasps as well. So the magnetic clasps.
Yep, they'd be perfect.
So yes, and the circular ones. So if you've got the bell head ones, that they will
like
have
the
those as well.
Kumahimo
Yes,
ones,
exactly.
yes.
So those would be appropriate for the rounded, and we'll have the flat ones with the magnetic box clasps coming your way too. So thank you, Stella. Thank you for your question. Apparently I need to say a big happy birthday. Sarah in Hampshire, she's just treated herself to the Zircon for her birthday. I think,
wow.
Now I have to say, Sarah, you probably don't know this, but you're sharing your birthday with, with our channel manager. Yes, it's Paula's birthday today. So also Sarah and Paula, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to you. And a great treat for yourself. Taking your Zircon. Hang on. Can I just say, dancing has now caught my head, my microphone in the back of the chair.
Oh.
I can't put my head forward because it's stuck. Kerry, I'm literally just stuck. Can you see where the, something's caught. Here. I'm stuck. That's there. That was it. Where was it stuck?
Oh,
that's live TV, folks. This wire is just right. Let me tuck it into my belt so that doesn't happen live on television again. Yes, I know that I'm going to look like a bit of a buffoon later on this day, because if anybody who doesn't know, we have got, could you imagine leaving me there for the rest of the show? We have got a documentary taking place this evening on ITV about our studios. Not so much JewelleryMaker, but actually we'll certainly give you an insight about our building, because it's going to be Gems TV, which is our sister channel. It's a whole hour documentary. See behind the scenes, see what goes on, see the fun that we have, and obviously all of the concentration and the efforts that go into travelling the world to source your gemstones. You'll see it all on this fantastic documentary from 9 o'clock this evening. So it's straight after the Late Show. Click on to ITV1 and you'll be able to watch and then see behind the scenes of our sister channel Gems. I've seen just 4 minutes of the hour taster, and I literally I can't believe within 4 minutes I can look like a dancing buffoon and also look, well, it's hard to describe what I come across as. Overexcited might be one way to describe it. A laughing hyena who doesn't actually laugh out loud. I never watch myself, very infrequently. So this is seeing myself in a totally different light. Are you trying to tell me that I'm like that all the time? Are you trying to say maybe you should watch yourself more often, Vix? Thanks for that. Thanks for putting that out there. At least I know where I stand now, though. So yes, it's going to be great. ITV, 9 PM. It's ITV1. Loads of people have said, what, on prime time? Yeah, we've been.
That's amazing.
By the Radio Times. It's the pick of the week. The viewers' pick of the week. I believe the Telegraph and the Daily Mail have said that it's their pick of the day to watch. So it's really big.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't it?
Isn't that cool?
So yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. And wait for my dancing buffoonery within just the first couple of minutes. Genuinely, the first couple of minutes, I am a dancing buffoon. But we know that anyway here at JewelleryMaker. It's not like you're going to see something new inside of me. Congratulations, you've got that deal. Fantastic cord. I think it's wonderful. I think that's one of my favourite cords of the year. Right then, the next kit. Ooh, tropical ocean greens and blues. And green prasiolite, as fresh and as clean as you like. Absolutely extremely fresh and clean gemstone colours. I mean, for me, this is opening your palette to so much fresh colouring jewellery. You know, if you're somebody who perhaps sits alongside the darker colours to your jewellery collection, you know, this is where your creativity. I think this kit might actually just kickstart you into working with fresh, vibrant colour. This is breathtaking as a combination. You've got a Prasiolite that is crisp and clean. You have got a gorgeous shade of fresh green from almost like a summer's day, you know, meadow light green. And then of course we're adding in those beautiful sky blues that match alongside the freshness that just adds such a lovely look to your jewelry combinations. Your gemstones are just so beautiful within this combination that I just think that the jewelry is just going to have that real sense of fresh and vitality, of wearability. I'm then adding, wowzers, not just one, not just two, but 3 pendants, 3 cabochons. You have got here 3 amazing must-haves to your cabochons. You've got your rounds of aventurine. You have this gorgeous that pendant. I'm calling this pendant. I'm calling this as I know it's a cabochon, but everything about this piece says to me it's a pendant. But you might be going, no, 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 Vix, it's for the wrist, or no, 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 it's for my hand. And I just look at this and go, put it to the neckline, and this is a show-stopping, good-looking piece. This is a big faceted drop of your green stripe agate, 40 by 30. You know, this gemstone is offering you 40 carats, and that's weight, and that's wow factor and size. Really spectacular. Now, I love the fact that we've checkerboard faceted the more bulbous, I said I'd get that word in, didn't I? More bulbous quality to your cabochon. But if I then rotate it round, look, it's also got a flat side, so you might be actually looking at this being a 2-sided pendant design, where you get more of the faceted look for the evening and more of the smooth detail of the actual age lines, I always call them, the banded lines of the stone from the other side. So 2 looks from one pendant. I keep on calling it a pendant, from one cabochon. Then we're also adding you, well, we've just been talking about this gemstone. Mookaite. Oh, I've missed you, Mookaite. I love Mookaite like this. This is almost like a little planet, isn't it?
It's a nice one.
It's like a planet.
Yeah.
Oh,
so glossy.
Yes. Oh, that's such a. Ollie's just said. I've just said it looks like a planet, and Ollie's just gone. Actually, Vix, it takes me to almost like a cave with Aborigine drawings. You know, really, you know, they're giving you that real sense of
chalk colours and earth colours.
Gosh, it literally looks like where it's from, which is something that is fantastic. One location, of course, this gemstone from the Mooka Creek in South Australia, and you have that quality of I love that. That's fabulous. That is gorgeous. I mean, could you imagine that in a cuff? That would look fabulous, wouldn't it? So 3 cabochons, 3 feature strands, which are going to add a real fusion of freshness, backed up by the polymer. These kits are getting bigger and better every single day, aren't they? They're just getting more and more impact. You've got here a combination of your greens, you've got your ecru and also your denims, which are going to absolutely capture the colours that we are bringing you together in this. Oh, I feel like I'm either in a tropical island or I'm in an English garden with all of the blooms of the greens and the blue sky. Wherever I am, I'm happy because the colours are so fresh. And you have, adding on top of that, over 100 findings additional to this kit, and they are all antique bronze in your copper plated essential findings pack. Over 100 findings to make a difference, including a metre of chain. You've got toggle clasps, you've got cord endings with extended chain, a variety of different head pins as well, including some decorative head pins. All of this included as part of this one kit. It's another mega combination. My favourite thing about this kit is that you could get so many different looks from this one kit. Once more, just like the last kit, you have got so many different varieties of design to be able to capture into your jewellery making, and you are going to do it in style on this deal. Your price tag just $24.95. Cabochons, polymer, your feature strands, your gemstones, and your findings there. $24.95 is all you're going to pay. Fresh and exciting, and when you see the jewellery that you've got the chance to be able to make on this combination of ingredients, it's just going to blow your mind. I mean, I absolutely love the fact that everything that I think you might be able to make, you make even more of, and even better than I could possibly think. Yeah. This is awesome. $24.95. This is truly awesome combinations of opportunity. Look at this.
I loved the colours, and the cabochon's gorgeous. And mookaite, I jumped up and down when I got the mookaite out. I love it.
I mean, I do as well. But you've set your gems into your polymer.
What I tried to do was 3 different techniques to set the gemstone into the polymer. And all of the gemstones were baked. Oh no, hang on. I didn't bake the agate, but I know that you can.
Yes, agate's it's a very strong gemstone.
Yeah, but I baked the mookaite and the aventurine, so absolutely no problem with any of them.
These are just fantastic. They just are. See what I mean by every single one of the pieces that Deb's made is going to just create another sense of wow factor. From one kit that's cost $24.95, there is a lot of jewellery that's going to make you go, wow. This is a wow opportunity. If you do want to join us, the number's at the bottom of the screen, 0800 644 655, or join us at JewelleryMaker.com. You know what? Your price tag's not $24.95. Look at how much you're getting. Cabochons for 3 lots of cabochon for a feature of 3 strands of exceptional fresh coloured gemstones, including that wonderful clear prasiolite, that green prasiolite, plus your findings and your threads, and then the polymer to top it all off. $21.95 is not a price tag that I think you would normally establish for so much jewellery, so much good looking jewellery. And Deb, what are you going to show us to make?
I was going to show you how I set the mookaite. So
yes, please.
it's a really simple one to do as well. So there's no fiddly bits. A couple of the pendants were quite fiddly because one's got macrame struts made out of beading thread and stuff. So this is the most straightforward, simple way to set your cabochon.
Okay.
So I used just the ecru.
Yes.
In this one.
With no coloration, you haven't added anything. You've just gone for the plain
haven't added anything. Just the plain ecru, and again, it's rolled out. It was rolled on number 1.
Yes, on the clay roller.
Clay roller.
And if you don't have a clay roller, just use your mailing roller.
No problem. And then I use the extruder. So I've stuffed a whole load of polymer clay into the extruder, and there's a semicircle disc just in the end there.
Yep.
So it's a half round, and then extruded out a really long strip. Ah, it's really noisy, this one. Seems to get noisier in the studio.
I think so. I quite like that sound though. Sounds like some kind of little puppy or some kind of little...
It's a little mouse.
Trying to get your attention.
I tried to fool the cats into thinking it's a mouse, but they weren't, they weren't going for it.
Messing with your cat's minds just a little bit.
They weren't. No, they ignored me.
Way too clever. Yeah, whatever, Mum.
Yeah. That's not a mouse.
Yeah.
Right, so I then cut a teardrop shape with my...
Or any shape, I presume. You can choose any shape that
you could do, yes. Yeah. It's just this was a perfect one for the disc.
Yes, it sits very well, doesn't it?
So it sits there, and then all you need to do is take your extruded length of clay and it folds around the outside of the pear shape of the drop, and then when you get to the top you just cut it off where it joins, and it's so much easier doing it with polymer clay than wood. You know, when you have to cut like a 45-degree angle on wood,
yes,
it's a nightmare. Can't do it. And just smooth over, and you can shape this, elongate it slightly if you want.
But how about you, because you've just placed the gemstone into place, how am I going to lock it into tight?
Okay, you take another length of your clay, exactly the same disc in the extruder, and then put that on the inside, and it holds it all in place. Okay, so that comes round to the top. Just slice it off. So it almost looks like the gemstone's going to drop out at this stage. But what you do is then, okay, that's a bit scruffy at the end there, needs tidying. What you do is just ease over the top with your fingers, just slightly, and that gives enough of a purchase on the gemstone to hold it in place.
Would you glue? Would you, you know, would you
No,
glue it? You don't
no
need to.
glue.
Really?
No, didn't need to. So that's now held in place, and it's not going to drop out.
Wow.
That was it. So what I did was then turn over onto the back and just smooth over and make sure this is really,
excuse me,
really well connected to each other. So take your time and just ease. You can use your finger and just rub over and press it into place. So get rid of the line completely, make it nice and neat. And then all I did was use the star head pins and cut them off at about ½ centimetre from where the star was, and literally just bend them over with my pliers into a scruffy loop. And then once I'd tidied this lot up, I pressed here and opened it all up, so it's almost like then a flower or leaves just coming round. And then using my flat nose pliers, because my fingers were too big, just placed the stars where I wanted them.
Oh, just for decoration, they weren't. They're not even for,
no,
you know, for practicality.
No, they weren't
just,
holding anything. And then, so you just pop them in. If you try and use your fingers, you will squash your clay. So use your tweezers or your pliers.
Yes.
And then what you need to do is make a loop for your pendant to attach to your chain. So just a simple wrapped loop, and I actually made it quite big, not a wrapped loop, just a simple loop, and then zigzag along this section here so that when you push it into your clay it bakes in and it won't pull out.
Locks in, yes.
Yep, and that just pushes in to your clay at the top here, and obviously make sure it's nice and smooth and tidied up. And that's it. So once you've got this to this stage and you've got any cracks and joins smoothed out, that's ready for baking.
That's really important though, isn't it? Because the cracks, etc., will expose a weakness within the polymer. So, you know, that's why you're saying take time. It looks untidy, but it also, you want to have that wearability about the polymer, and it is exceptionally durable if you make sure that there is that, you know, that smoothness to the finish. And that creates this wonderful look as you see it here. And all of the other pieces that you could create from this kit, £21.95 is all you pay for this. And have you added some kind of addition?
Some gold gleam just rubbed on to highlight, and again the beads here on the necklace were just made with using exactly the same profile of polymer clay.
They look like those little buns that you get
They
in
are like little
continental shops.
Pretzel
that's
things,
it, yeah.
So I've cut off about an inch of the extruded section, make it into a ring, join this up by smoothing it over, and then you press and it comes round, and then just using your pins or a cocktail stick, just push it through so you've got a hole then for threading.
Fantastic.
So they're really simple to make.
£21.95 is all you pay for this fantastic combination. You've got the potential to be able to make feature neckline pieces. You've also, of course, got 3 cabochons, so you've got 3 different ways to be able to create your surround. Plus, on top of that, you've also got the polymer, you've got those 3 strands of gems, and you can see how far the gems are going with all of the different pieces that Deb's made here. You've got the chance to be able to make a lot of jewellery for £21.95, and of course, if you're getting started with this here at JewelleryMaker today, the wonderful thing is we offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can make up your jewellery, and if it's not right for you, if JewelleryMaker is just not the right thing for you, you can actually send back your pre-made jewellery and everything else, everything that you bought, send it back and your money will go back into your account. We are so convinced that once you get started into JewelleryMaker, you will not return, that will give you at least that freedom to know, make your purchase and you've got the option at least. And I don't know many people who have sent back. No, you know, there's amazing. Such a reward and so much jewellery for this price tag that you may as well give it a go right now. £21.95 is all you pay. It's time for the hub. So, I didn't know whether I was starting or you were starting there.
Yeah, so we asked you to send in your success stories, and we're going to read a couple of them now. Do you want to start, Vicki?
Ooh, okay. Let's. We've got some success stories. Sharon Ashcroft said she started making jewellery as a hobby. She says, I now sell my jewellery on Wigan Outdoor Market every Friday and Saturday, and I do local farmers and handmade markets once a month. And that's Sharon's success story, starting as a hobby, but now developing into hopefully making a little bit of money as well.
And Leslie from Bespoke Jules Clark says, I was off work ill, and when I was channel hopping and I found JM, I started to make jewellery for my family. I now sell and I'm going more into the wedding side, making tiaras and things. I love it. Thanks to JM and all the fab presenters and guest designers. Love you all. We love you too.
We have got Maria Bateson, and she says, I started making to sell when my first child was napping. He's now 4, and I have a growing Facebook page, attended craft fairs, and I've completed my art clay diploma, and I'm still a stay-at-home mum. And Maria made it. I love it. Maria, that's the lovely thing is that I know that for a lot of people, you start when you have that spare time, and actually that spare time becomes the essential that you have to do, because then you want to sell your jewellery or you need. So congratulations, Maria, that's a wonderful success story.
And then Tracy Munn says, I introduced crystals to my holistic therapy business a few years ago and trained a crystal therapist. I'm now about to open a crystal shop with my partner selling crystals and genuine gemstone jewellery. I found JM by accident when doing a search on Google for labradorite. That was in January, and I've been hooked ever since. That's from Tracy Munn.
Over 6 months of finding us and now opening a shop, which is amazing. Fantastic. These are brilliant. And we've got loads more. If you've got your own success story that you'd like to share with us, we'd love to hear from you. The hub is how you can get in contact with us. There's lots of different ways to message into us. You can either text message to say hello to us today, or alternatively, you can join us on our live web feed and to web chat to us. Or we do have a direct email as well, don't we, for the hub?
Yeah, which is thehub@JewelleryMaker.com.
So, if you want to share us your success story, that's probably the best way to do it. The hub is where you can best share it, because a text message will never be long enough, will it? So, if you do want to text in, well, there's a competition taking place right now. 60777 is the text number, and once you send your message in, you do need to give us your name and also your customer number to be able to be entered into the prizes. The prizes are just mega. Everybody's saying, and the question is, what do you you want to see on the hub? Because this is essentially the time for you to tell us what's going on for you. What do you want to see? You know, you've got to share. We're a community of jewellery makers, and this is the time for us to really get that sense. These are the prizes today. Now, it's just going to be random. It's not who's the best idea. It literally is just a case of thanks very much for taking part, and you might be lucky enough if your name's pulled out of the hat to be the winner of one of these fantastic mega packs of a competition prize. So if you do want to let us know, what do you want to see in the hub? 60777 is the text number. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Go to the live feed and web chat us, or alternatively, you're still getting in all of the messages at the hub as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So the hub at JewelleryMaker.com. We also asked, before we started the hub, we had an idea that we wanted to see, you know, people being inspired by our guest designers and pretty much copycatting and taking the jewellery that they've made, or something different that they've made, and then putting it into a piece of jewellery. Now, Alison, one of our amazing guest designers, has inspired, I think, probably some of the most amazing pieces of sculpture work that we've ever seen. Whether it be the balloon, or the baby's rattle, the dog, the shoes. I haven't seen the shoes myself, but everybody's been talking about them. I didn't see the stilettos, but everybody's been talking about the stilettos. Even in the production room of our sister channels, people were talking about the stilettos. So I know there's a lot of people who really would love to have the inspiration from Alison. And we asked you to share with us what you've made of Alison's creations. And the first one was Deborah Horton, and she's been, wow, well done, Deborah. That's amazing. From the unicorn to the elephant, fantastic. The baby's boots and the rattle. So that's Deborah's entry. And then we had Ron Baker, and Ron's created, wow. Oh, the birds, and you can see there that fantastic stocking and the box as well. Oh, that charm Tinkeret box was fantastic. Well done, Ron. And Leanne Lake. Hi, Leanne. This is her inspired by Alison creation, and that's the baby's boot. Well done to Leanne for that. And then we've got Tracy. I don't have your surname, unfortunately, but Tracy creating, look at the dragon, Tracy. These are fantastic. Yeah. And this is all about being inspired by just one of our guest designers. And, you know, we're hoping throughout the time we'll be able to say who's inspired you, what do you want to show us that you're so proud of, you know, external to the Wall of Fame. We'll still commit to the Wall of Fame, you know that that's still going to happen, but the nice part about it is that we also want to see where else you're going with your designs. The next one I've got is Mary. Mary has done the teddy bear. Congratulations. I believe, do I say Badgery? Is that how I say your name? Mary Badgery, congratulations to you. Chloe Williams also creating a beautiful, oh yes, is that the stiletto? Oh, that's fab. That's cool, isn't it?
That's very nice.
I mean, they're amazing. And then I've got Hannah. Hiya, Hannah Forsyth, creating so many beautiful detail. And Alison's all about giving detail to design with those wire wraps, and you really are obviously capturing that. Bryony Gibson. Oh no, that was Bryony Gibson. Yeah, I think that was Bryony Gibson. Sean. We've got Sean. There we go. Sean has created that wonderful dragon. My son would love that one, Sean. He's so into dragons. And then we also have Louise, who shared with us her, wow, great craftsmanship there, Louise. These are just inspired by Alison. And so if you've got something to share with us that you've been inspired by and you'd like us to make something special within the hub, we would love to hear from you today. How do we do it?
Sorry.
How do we get in touch? How do we get in touch with the inspired buys?
Oh, they can send their entries in, to the hub at JewelleryMaker.com.
So it's all there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what's everybody chatting about on the hub today?
Just one more section to add to the hub. We've been told to push, we want the customers to send in their selfies of them wearing jewellery, and they can send that again to the hub at JewelleryMaker.com. And
the poll that we set off today was, which do you prefer from our precious gemstones? Because we have a one-strand sapphire, emerald and ruby. What's the result so far?
Still in the lead by 47% is sapphire.
Oh.
So you can carry on voting via our Facebook webpage, and yeah, we will give you the results at the end of the show.
Fantastic. If you would like to join us and be part of anything that's taking place on the hub, you can do that at Facebook with our JewelleryMaker page. Coming up, we have got an amazing Druzy duo. Ooh, it sparkles. It is so sparkly. special to have something so exciting to work alongside and work with, and I can't wait to give it straight after the break.
We here at JewelleryMaker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with JewelleryMaker FIFO reviews.
This week, JewelleryMaker has an exclusive offer running for all our customers. Our pick of the week is an amazing Get Started with Jewellery Making bundle. This incredible value for money bumper pack includes a toolkit, beading trays, threading material, gemstones, display stands, gift boxes, findings, and the 4th birthday DVD collection. All of this for just $84.95. This limited offer is great for beginners or simply to stock up on all your jewellery making essentials. To get your hands on this deal, simply contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker ships to the following countries. We offer 2 delivery services, standard and premium. So wherever you are in the world, JewelleryMaker are never far away. Join guest designer Sarah Elvin for the Introduction to Bead Looming DVD. Sarah will guide you through many techniques including adding beads, pattern creations, beading with chips, adding beads to warp thread, as well as how to set up your bead loom. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Druzy duo, oh my goodness me. Saw a little bit of Druzy duos going just once this weekend, and so very well received that we snuck it in this Tuesday for a brand new Druzy duo, a combination of a treasure chest of, or a cove. I think it was Linda who described this as a treasure or a trove of breathtaking quality, of sparkle and splendor inside one stone. This is a beautiful internal dynamic of a gemstone, isn't it? This is a really exciting exploration into the landscape of a crystal forming inside its cocoon, and of course the host rock of a gemstone is always going to be the cocoon to then hold the gems in place, and many is the time quartz is created within a very peaceful environment environment when it has a host rock that almost takes the strain, and inside this wonderful network of crystal forms in peace and tranquility. You'll often find that in geodes for amethyst and citrine. The cocoon of the geode, which is often pieces of tree that then have held the crystal inside its center aspect, that then the tree and the geode, the opening of the geode, is protecting everything that's forming inside, which means a very peaceful environment to create this gorgeous sparkling splendor. A host rock is what holds the gem, like the foundation of the gemstone. Not all gems have host rocks, but lots of them do. And as you can see here, inside here, you've got this gorgeous quality. I love the way that we've then highlighted the surround to give you even more dynamics, even more almost mystical qualities, you know, like you're walking into an Aladdin's cave, you know, something that, or is it Alibaba, you know, when you think about that's it, and you think of all the gold glistening and shimmering away. That's what you have. And you have 2 of your drusies for 1 price tag. One of the things that Deb said, as did Linda, and actually everybody who's picked these up, is going, oh, they're so much lighter than I expected them to be. And what's really good is that because they have got an impact of size, but they are still light, they're going to be workable in jewellery as much as well as ornamental, to be inspirational. That's really important, isn't it?
I was surprised because I've got something similar at home that I bought about 30 years ago, and it's really heavy. Because I thought, oh, I'll be able to make a necklace with that and it'd be perfect, because it's so interesting. It's dramatic, like rock on the outside and it's just pure glitter on the inside. But these, you could actually wire work them or set them into polymer, or you know, or even maybe a resin piece and embed them into some resin to hold them. So you could do something quite innovative and inventive with them, which is fantastic because they haven't got that massive weight in themselves.
And Deb was saying, Deborah Kershaw was saying that she would use these as ornamental. She'd put them, she'd buy like maybe a dozen of them and put them. She's got a glass table where you can store things underneath and you can see them from through the glass. She said she'd use them as ornamental value as well because they're so interesting. And what's fascinating about what you're about to get is these are breathtakingly breathtaking aspects of Mother Nature that you're seeing here, exploring the crystal formation of these wonderful gemstones, a real sense of having a look inside the Aladdin's cave of Mother Nature inside your druzy. And you've got 2 druzy for 1 price tag. It is your double druzy. Oh my life, you have got to be kidding. Are you allowed to go that low?
Mine cost a lot more than that.
Well, that's a bit of a wake-up call.
Smaller.
Yes. Well, I have to say, I don't know whether that's the price tag we even should be taking it to as I look at Dee right now. $8.95 is the price that my lovely producer Dee has taken you to. A fantastic quality. Let me show you this. Let me show you. I think wire wrap them, perhaps, you know, giving you a pendant-like formation, or perhaps alternatively, we've just seen setting into polymer. I wonder if you could set, like we've just seen, setting the cabochon. I wonder if you could set around this to then create it as another dramatic look for the neckline.
You could, and what you could do is maybe extend the polymer and add some of the holographic glitters and things into the bail.
Yes.
But what would be fantastic with those is a table decoration for Christmas. Get a couple, 2 or 3 packs, and then make a table decoration with them with candles, because and you could use other gemstones and some wire going around the base of a big fat candle.
If you would like to join us on this deal, I've got loads of people multi-buying on this.
Wow.
I've got Chantal, I've got Claire, I've got Alison, I've got Sylvia, I've got Josephine multi-buying on this. You know, get more than 2 of these because really they're going to go so much further. They're really going to make a difference, aren't they? £8.95 is all you pay. 0800 644 655. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com if you prefer. Whichever way you do it, add to your order today. 1 postage and packing, £2.95 is all you pay. And if you're going to go for it, stay on the phone lines. If you would like to watch this afternoon, we have got a fantastic inspiration with Gemma Crow from 1 o'clock today, which I know you're going to love. And anybody who's been waiting and anticipating those amazing key charms to keep on adding to your order, if you've got the rose gold, we've got the yellow gold straight up.
Are you new to jewellery making? Then tune in to our Designer Inspiration Show every day between 1 and 5 for our new 2 sections. We'll help you get started and give you all the knowledge and inspiration you need. Also, we'll be introducing you to a new medium every day. Whether you're a beginner or intermediate, we've got everything you need to get you started with a new hobby. The Designer Inspiration Show, only on Jewellery Maker.
When shopping with Jewellery Maker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay 1 postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Get involved with Jewellery Maker by sending the studio a message during our live hours. You can send a text to 60777 and start your message with JM Studio, or alternatively, go to our website and click on Watch the Live Show, simply type your message into the box and press send. Make sure you stay tuned in case your message is read out. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Okay, next deal that we have got for you, these fantastic gold-plated keys that we have for you here. Your gold-plated keys. Take a look at this next offer. We already know that we have got something special within this combination. Oh my goodness me. This is seriously, seriously exciting. It is going to be, an add it to your order opportunity that you have here. And instantly I've got a reaction. Instantly I've got a reaction on the phone lines for this deal, and join us on the web. If you would like to join me, gold-plated copper key charms that you have here, 20 pieces in total. This fantastic vintage inspiration that you're going to get. It's charms or it's pendants. You've got so much variety. 20 pieces in total that you have here. Really great size, 3 centimeters in size, so really nice. I mean, these are key charms as much as they are pendants. You know, you could do a lovely cluster formation of keys, and all together one look. Gold-plated copper key charms, and go for it while we've got it. 20 in total for one price tag. And we're matching that price, the rose gold and the yellow gold matched together for £9.95. An amazing deal there. And the rose gold has sold out, so this is just going to be an add it to your order offer, really, for anybody who wants to get these as an additional. Charlene, congratulations. Helen, Angela, Sarah, Wendy, Sarah, Sharon. I've got all the S's coming together there. Congratulations, Bison, Devon, Sussex, Surrey, Kent, Oxfordshire, Staffordshire, Buckinghamshire. A first come, first served deal there. £9.95 is all you pay for this tremendous feature offer. A truly majestic inspiration to add to your jewellery making. And I think in some ways the 20 that you're going to get is 20 totally separate pendants that could be sold individually with a chain, and that's 20 necklaces made like that with the detail of something that people really enjoy wearing, because you know the lock is and key idea of jewellery design is very, very big. And so you've got got 20 necklaces to be made. Just add a bit of chain and you've got it for £9.95. You've really got, or you want to go a little bit more indulgent, a little bit more splurging, and perhaps alternatively, you add 2 or 3 locks. I beg your pardon, 2 or 3 keys together on a chain, and you know, you get a little bit of a cluster, you know, a bit of a jingle jangle.
And they really would. They do jingle jangle when you tip them out of the packet. Yeah,
you can hear them, can't you?
Nice.
20 of them in total on this deal. This will be another sellout opportunity. We had over 200. Now we've got less than 100 about to drop in. £9.95 for 20 of these. I would mix the rose gold and the yellow gold personally.
I would as well.
You know, I like that combination. I also think that if you had 2 different chains, one in the yellow gold and one in the rose gold, you could actually just have the two chains for one cluster of keys, you know, so you could mix and match depending how you want the look to be. If you want to join me, £9.95 is all you pay. This will be another sellout offer. Christine, hello. Judith, June and Denise. I've got Kathleen and Diane, Elizabeth and Bernadette. Shirley, you've got yours as well. Great to have your company. £9.95, just down those phone lines. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. JewelleryMaker.com is the alternative. Right then, straight on we go. Oh, now then, talking about what would look nice. Oh, as she throws the keys across the studio. Let's just have these. Let's just get one of these and show you them like this. There's your keys, and wouldn't they look great with the wire? 1 mil gauge, 1 mil gauge. Now that means actually in total you've got 2 mil gauge because it's 2 1 mils together, which is making it even more of a torque style necklace than probably most of our torque style wires.
Yes, and you can twist the twisted wire with the wire twist tool and make it even thicker. So, and it makes it a really nice sort of weave. It looks like it's actually woven when you do that. Really nice.
It's a fantastic opportunity that you've got for torque necklaces, or just adding decorative structure with that colour twist. So you've got your copper on copper and you've got your purple on pink, and that combination is really going to work well. It's really going to add a detail. And one of the interesting things about wire is I think for a lot of us it used to be mechanical, or it used to be structural, and it used to be not so much about decoration but about practicality. But when we've got the introduction of twisted wires like this, it really becomes much more of a decorative aspect to your jewellery making. It becomes much more of a detail to your jewellery making. And here you've got a really great chance to work with it for the first time. Maybe this is the first time you've got, actually this is it. I would really like to get a sense of what twisted wire could do for me. Well, these are the perfect ways to start. This is an example of one of Gemma Crow's designs. Of course, she's joining us at 1 o'clock this afternoon for our guest designer showcase. If you would like to join us, you've got your purples and your pinks, and you've also got your copper as well. In total, 20 metres. Actually, if you times that by 2, because it's 2 wires together, it's 40 metres of wire that you're getting, and you're getting all for one price tag. And that price tag, £8.95. £8.95 for 40 metres of wire. 20 metres is twisted, and that means 10 in each that you have. A twist. No, do not go lower. What? What has just happened there? Oh my goodness me! What have we just done there? £6.95 is all you pay for this tremendous. We are really bringing you something special on this deal. We are really pushing the boundary. Can I just reiterate, this is a 1 mil gauge wire that is then twisted to make 2. That's a lot of wire for $6.95. An amazing deal. Susan, Lynn, Sheila, Kim, Jane, Wendy, Sue, Emma buys in Berkshire, Bedfordshire, Gloucestershire, London, Berkshire again, Midlothian, Derbyshire, Surrey, Lincolnshire, Dublin, West Lothian, County Durham. You've all got yours. Congratulations to you. $6.95. That is an added to your order price tag, isn't it? That is a serious add it to your order price tag. So you're buying both meterages. I don't know whether even that's a word.
It is now.
It is now. Meterages, twisted formation design for just $6.95. That price point has no relative to how much jewellery you're going to be influencing with this kind of opportunity.
There's loads of wire there. You can make so much with it. And what you can do as well, which is really nice, is untwist it and you get a crinkly wire in 2 different colours that actually tones in with the twisted wire. So you can mix that into your design as well.
Mix and match and everything. Oh,
really
fantastic.
Nice, yeah.
$6.95 is all you pay. Hold those phone lines. If you've got a phone there, we'll process your call. Straight on. Oh, it's that cord that I'm loving. It's the cord, and is there a little bit of blue in this cord? Because yes, warning needs to be had for those of you watching for the first time. Pick up the phone whenever I say the word blue. When Dion, my producer, is presenting. Can I just say, when Dion had her appraisal, one of the things that was raised from the management team was that they felt that maybe Dion needed to handle more of her passion for the colour blue when it came to pricing. That was one of the things that was raised in your appraisal, wasn't it? What Dion would like to say to all management is that as much as she takes on board all of the things that you said about this maybe infatuation with the colour blue and then relating it to pricing within her show, she's still going to do a great price, which is beyond anything that she should be doing on these types of cords and threads. This is a nice mix, you know. This is a really nice mix. So first of all, you've got your turquoises, and these are almost the flat plats. Flat plats that you have here. Turquoises and silver. Turquoises, of course, this lovely detail of the threads that are silhouetting, are almost defining the shapes, is fantastic. Royal blues and silvers again defining against the black. And on top of that, you've also got your pinks and purples with your silver. You've got your turquoise and your gold. You've got your black and your silver, and you've also got your blue and silver with the black. So you've got them all together in a fantastic look for one price tag. And it's not $12.95. No, 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 no. Working between 90 and 80 centimetre strands here, and you've got it for £9.95. I mean, I would choose to just wear these with just a nice finishing. You know, I love that.
Don't they?
I mean, those are really on trend, but they're also influenced by the like of almost like Grecian influence, isn't there? Somewhere along the lines.
You could use them for clothing straps, dress straps.
Yes. Like almost like stitch them into place. Yeah, absolutely. $9.95 is the price that you're paying on this deal. Again, I'm thinking if you've got a feature pendant like some of the cabs that you had earlier on, the cabochons that you're then going to make into pendants. I mean, this could be the cord to hold on to. That looks nice as well, doesn't it?
Ooh.
No, that would be
just
nice.
Have a big pendant on
big
the front.
feature pendant. And of course we do the bails within our macrame findings packs. We do the bails that link over the cord, because of course the macrame cord is similar gauge to this, and they literally slip on, so then you could put a pendant dropping down easily. $9.95 is of course the price that you're going to pay on this deal. 0800 644 655, or join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Melanie in Surrey, Janine in Sussex, Sylvia in Kent, Stephanie's in Caerphilly. Congratulations to you guys in the Midlands, Hampshire, Cambridgeshire, Surrey, Wiltshire. You're all there confirming. I'm not surprised by this. 80 centimetres and 90 centimetres in each one of these. So plenty of workable. What kind of length are we talking about? 6.5, 7 inch. Well, if I say that my wrist is 6.5, and I'm not average, I'm quite scrawny wrist.
Average is 7.5.
So if we said that 7.5, let's say maybe 20 centimetres is what you need. So you could
that's
from
more
each one
than
of these
enough, because you need your clasp
as
so
well.
That's probably about an inch of that.
So you could make 4 bracelets from each one of these because they're 80 centimetres. So 4 bracelets. Now, if you charge,
probably
say,
5. Yeah.
£2.50, you know.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah. Charge £3 or £4.
Yeah.
Quite easily.
I know. If you didn't want to, if you just wanted to do something that would be easy to wear, but also easy to afford,
yes.
you know, £2.50. Each one of these, £2.50, £5.
Yep.
£7.50. Oh, actually, that one's a longer one. So
I think you'd get 5.
I reckon you might as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that one bracelet that could make you back the money of the whole of this cord, the whole of it. £9.95 is actually the price you're paying for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threads and cords, 8 strands of threads and cords there. They're lovely, aren't they? I really like the quality, really like the quality. Okay, where should we go to? Oh, they're over there. Yes, they're over there. Cass, we need those, the findings, because when I walked past these, when I walked in this morning into the studio, literally, I had to stop and have a really good gog, you know. You know those moments where you don't even pretend that you're looking at something else because you have to go. I had that moment about this. You are going to be agog with the finds. Agog. Have you never heard of that phrase? Is everybody looking at me like, what? I wondered why you were looking at me that Kerry's going, what does that mean? Gog. Agog. Like, no, is that, does anybody, you've heard of have you heard of that? Nobody else?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Okay, so I presume it must be a northern thing.
Yeah.
Agog.
No, I don't know.
No.
Maybe it's just an old thing.
Yeah, maybe we're, thanks for that.
We're all too young. No, I mean me.
We're just the old ones, that's it. Everyone else.
They're all like babies in here, aren't they?
They're only wee ones.
They're babies, toddlers. I wasn't meaning you're old. Oops, put in the mouth again.
That's all right. When we say agog, to everybody who's watching us on the internet, it's literally stopping and staring with your mouth ajar going, oh, that is cool. So you're going to be agog with this. Everybody's laughing at it. It's a good word to use, though, because it really does describe what you're doing. Agog. Yeah. You have got here, I know. How fantastic is this? 1,750 pieces that you are receiving, silver-plated copper findings that you've got. You've got bolt ring clasps, you've got crimp beads, you've got head pins, you've got eye pins, you've got a variety of your jump rings. You've got chain in this. You've got, from what I can gather, you've also got cord endings and earrings, strap hooks and things like that. You've got a findings pack that is then bumped up to make it the biggest findings package of silver-plated must-haves, essentials. And you know, heading towards the back end of the year, you will be making more jewellery. Whether you make, you make to sell, or whether you're making for gift, or whether you're just going to enjoy making jewellery for those evenings out for, you know, festive events and occasions. This would be a great, absolutely fantastic way to do it. If you do want to join us, now is the time to do so on this mega findings pack. 1,750 pieces in total that you're about to receive, and only one price tag to pay. One price tag of just... Well, there's no way I could do the maths on this. There's not even a point of trying to do the math. But I will ask somebody with a calculator. Oh, I need more than one abacus. Do you know what more than one abacus is? It's an abaci. No, it's an abaci. Yeah, so more than a plural of abacus. It's not abacuses, it's abaci. So I need multiple abaci to be able to work this out. What is 1995 into, oh no, isn't it 1,750 into 1995 that we need to do? It's got to be point something of something. 0.1. 0. So does that mean, does that work out at like less than a penny then? Or is it a penny? Oh, all of our marshmallows, 1.1 of a pence. Right, somebody who's cleverer than I am, and we can't decipher what we mean. So can somebody work out, if my husband's watching right now, who is my icon of mathematicianness, if he's watching right now, 0.01p, there we go, 0.014. So that's working out at like that's like 1/10 of a penny.
Yeah.
It's 1p. It can't be 1 pence. No, but it can't be a pence because it's 0.01 of a pence. Look, right.
1 pence.
Now Hazel's saying it's 1 pence, but if it was 1 pence,
but then
there'd be 1,750. That would be £17.50. So 1.4 makes up the rest of the £2. Can I just say, either way, it's a ridiculously low price tag. Am I allowed to put that out there? Mathsmaker.com. Yeah, it's not going to kick off, is it? It's not going to kick. What is kicking off is the phone lines where everybody's gone, Vix, I don't care how much it is, it's just a crazy deal. Vedu's £19.95 is all you pay. Patricia, Lorna, Jean, Sylvia, Christine, buys in Lanarkshire, Wrexham, Tyne and Weir, congratulations to you, Surrey. I've got Gloucestershire, London. Mega opportunity. I'm never going to put myself forward for countdown. No, I'd be great at the words, but shocking at the numbers. You know, I'll take one from the top, and then please will you give me the answer? Mega deal offer. Do you know if you were trying to put this together by yourself, you'd be paying over £32. That is a massive saving deal, isn't it? Huge potential saving that you look at here. Chain, crimp beads, you've got eyepiece. I've got loads of people texting in alternative answers. 1.14 of a pence, and now we've got somebody saying, is it 1 pence and something? We genuinely don't. There we go. Stephanie in Essex has worked it out as is 1p, and so just over 1 pence each for each finding. Yeah. It's a mega deal. At the end of the day, 1,750. Let me show you the chain, because this is a metre of your wide, long linked chain, and you know, the cable chain that you have here. If I just show you, it's designed, and that's my full strength pulling on those, and you can see there, long link, durable chain, and you know,
it is really strong, that one. Really
absolutely
strong.
It's designed, you know, the cable chain was designed for maritime. It was designed for anchoring. And so the reason that the cable chain is so strong is because it had to be, for when it was designed for purpose, it was designed for maritime anchors. And so that, you know, if you think about the tension and the pressure that was put on an anchor, that's what the chain has to be able to have as durability. So, you know, you've got practicalities as well as luxuries. Oh, loads of people making the difference to their jewellery making with that massive mega deal. 1,750 pieces in total for $19.95. Mega deal. Mega deal. Oh, somebody else has just got in. Amanda in Hampshire, 1.14 pence. Bargain! That'll do us. We'll just take the words bargain, because I think you're right there, Amanda. However we break it down into pennies, to pounds, to whatever it is, to get so much facility to make jewellery for less than £20, it's a cracking deal. It certainly is. And oh my goodness me. This was the kit that I didn't get a chance to look at earlier on. This strand is quite simply, it's an icon to our jewellery making team and literally to the whole of our vaults, because everything that we hold and cherish important to us, whether it be the craftsmanship of the gemstones, whether it be the rarity of beauty, perhaps it's, you know, the practicalities as well, you know, of working with gemstones like this. To me, when you look at the double-sided, double-sided detail, the carved craftsmanship of these, they are iconic to the quality of the jewellery pieces that we want to offer you to make your top-grade jewellery designs. And these are, you know, if we're going to have flagship pieces, you know, if you have pieces that really are the epitome of who we are as a business, this this strand here is what I would absolutely consolidate as the must-have, the real essential. These are open rose petals and buds of flowers, double-sided, so you've got decoration on both sides. Great for earrings if they move around. Beautiful for hair clips and hair tiaras, because you've got, you know, from front to back, you're going to see that detail. Fabulous for wire wrapping, because they have got an indent, almost like a well running through, or a ditch running through the size. And by having that, we were like cushioning the wire into place so you can lock your design in. I suggested, the last time I saw these, I suggested that you could actually be really clever with your jewellery and literally just make a handful, well, literally a full 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. There's pretty much 30 of these flowers on a strand. You could just do 30 rings and charge a £5 for each ring.
Yeah.
I mean, your quid's in.
Yep. Definitely.
You know, that's £150, just like that. And, you know, £5 is not an unreasonable price tag for a beautiful, genuine rose quartz with carved craftsmanship. You've made, essentially, the potential of making, and of course, everybody's different. Not everybody wants to sell their jewellery, but yeah, I've got potential of making like £100+ by just creating rings from each one of these pieces, wire wrapping, or do some nice macrame and selling them for a £5.
Yeah.
That's potential. There is definitely potential here.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Are they?
Just a single one on its own, definitely. Yeah.
And if you've got the wonderful, iconic, I think flagship strand of rose quartz from us in a kit, I guess the only gemstone that we can match alongside is with the pearls. And the pearls that we're bringing you here are total luxury, absolute luxury of quality. You've got here your burgundies and your deep clarets and plum purples. Then you've got contrasting the pure whites of your pearls as well. So you could work these together, twisted in a torsade to give that real elegance to an evening wear look, or you might choose to maybe interlock them, interweave them together, or you might actually see these as separate entities and work with them individually to make your jewellery go even further. 2 feature strands of colour from pearls. You've got that rich dynamic quality from your burgundies and your claret reds. You've got your crisp creams and whites from your classic pearls, and then, as I say, your iconic carved flowers of rose quartz. All this together, plus we're adding in your satin cords. Your satin cords, you've got your pink, your white and your purple, so that's 10 metres of each, so that's 30 metres of satin cord, beading thread, monofilament and elastic top off your threads and your bindings. And to top it off, actually look at that as a combo, that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? To top it all off, you've got your findings. You've got 118 findings in total, and that includes head pins, that includes earrings, spacer beads, toggle clasps, metre of chain. All of this is, which chain is it? Oh, it's your Figaro chain. Is it Figaro? Is it the Figaro? No, it's not. No, it's not the Figaro. It looked like it was Figaro, but it's one of your cable chains as well. Again, it's that open. Great for charms. You know, if you've got, where's the, oh, where have they gone? Where's those key charms? They've already gone. Not to worry, but I was just thinking, on your left. They would be great. Those are the rose gold ones. Thank you, Cass. Thank you, Chick. But I'm just thinking, this is great because of the size of the link. You could actually add, sorry if this is a bit fumbly, but you could add, that's it.
Yeah.
And you've just got those for 50p each. And then you've got the chain as part of this kit, and you've got yourself a really good looking piece of jewellery just with chain and the keys. Then adding on, of course, the decoration of the things like your head pins, just to add even more consideration to your design. These are the longer head pins with then your triangular head to finish it all off. All of this detail, decoration and style for one price tag. Pearls, double strand. Iconic flagship strand of rose quartz, satin cord, thread, findings, gold plated finish, and all for one deal. And that deal is not £24.95. Well then, well then, well then. It is most certainly an opportunity that you can't afford to miss out on. This is a really central, iconic combination of must-haves. £21.90. Surely you'd expect to pay that price tag for the quality of the pearls, let alone for the addition of your carved flowers. And as I say, those carved flowers are two-sided, so they'll work for earrings, they'll work for hair pieces. You know, think of bridal jewellery, pearls bridal, carved flowers, gorgeous for bridesmaids and bridal jewellery. So there really is that sense of, there's a potential there, isn't it?
Definitely.
And you can see it here. You can really see the potential in this combination, where you've got the deep burgundies of those pearls against the gold.
It works.
Luxury.
Just brilliantly,
doesn't it?
Absolutely perfect.
It really is luxurious when you see those deep, rich burgundies and plum purples against the gold. Oh, that's gorgeous.
And that is so simple, just with the one rose in the centre. That's all you need.
And what's fascinating is, if you are interested in getting started into jewellery making, you know, this is a great kit because you've got classic gemstones to work with, but you've also got decorative stones. You know, those carved flowers are doing the hard work for you. So really, essentially, all you need to do is do some very basic techniques, you know, introductory techniques to create some wow factor jewellery. You know, looking at these gorgeous drop earrings, or even looking at these earrings here. I mean, these are made up of probably 2 or 3 very essential, quite simple techniques, but we've let the gemstones do the talking, really, haven't we?
Well, it's what we were saying earlier about, it's your basic techniques and you just elaborate on them a bit. So it's a simple loop and then just opening and closing jump rings.
Yeah. And that's it. And you get all of that information with your Get Started DVD and booklet that you get with your first purchase with us. These give you step-by-step tutorials of how-tos and how-not-tos, how all of the techniques work alongside, so that they really do build up. A little bit like building a house, you know, you get your foundations and you brick by brick build up. And these are the foundation techniques, but with a kit like this, with pearls and with such iconic carved, crafted gemstones of rose quartz, the thing is that you're really going to get that sense of detail to your jewellery with the very, very basic foundations of jewellery making. And for those of you who've already got the basics and you've mastered everything and you want to take a step into something even more special, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. At £21.95. Web buyers, you need to check out your baskets, because I've probably got about 20 or 30 people who haven't checked out the baskets. And with that in mind, I've got 39 left somewhere along the lines, people on the phone lines. Now we're going to go basic, aren't we, to show everybody how simple it is to get started.
The earrings there are basic techniques. Really
so let's show everybody, you know, this is the time to sit back. For those of you who already know, it is almost just remind yourself of the basics. So if you already know this, it's always good to go back. And I mean, I know quite a lot of our guest designers say they'll go and watch the Get Started DVD, just almost as a refreshment to making sure that you've really got that base, that foundation. But if you're getting started, this is a great way to learn, because we're going to give you how to build something glamorous and something really luxurious from very simple techniques.
Yep, it is really simple. So taking one of your rose quartz, pop it onto a head pin, and then I pop my finger down right so that it touches the gem, and that's how I measure where I need to cut. So I cut off the top of my head pin, and then holding the gemstone with my finger underneath to support the head pin, I'm just going to pop my pliers on the top and turn it round, and I've actually cut it a little bit too high, so cut off a little bit more. I want just a slightly smaller loop. Okay, pliers back on, and then twist it round, and then open up your pliers, pop them round down to the end and flick back, and that makes a loop. So that's the first part done. Second part is taking a length of beading thread, and I've just threaded on 5 pearls.
And that's on the beading thread that comes with part of that. You don't even have to use the monofilament either with these pearls, because the drill hole's large enough.
Yep, that fits, no problem. Take a crimp bead and then pop the crimp bead onto your threads, slide it right down to the bottom, and then, and I've put it away, I've actually got a crochet hook somewhere and I can't find it, so I'll use this. What you need to do is then just push the ends of your beading thread back into the crimp bead.
Okay, and what would the crochet hook do?
What I do with the crochet hook is, I can use the awl, is I pop it in here, and it stops me pulling the beading thread all the way back through the
so you have
crimp
that
bead
almost
cover.
the gap.
So it's like a stopper
hoop.
then, and it forms a little loop. So I push that back through. Both of them go back through at this stage. And then you just need to ease it down so that your threads come all the way through and you've made a nice tight loop. So if you're using a crochet hook, that gives you a nice loop, but you can use anything really. You could use a skewer. So squidge your crimp bead and take it off whatever you've used, and then crimp bead cover goes on over the top of your crimp bead, so that gives you the look of a bead here. And then give that a squish and then cut off the excess.
So we have that little hoop here,
so that's
which allows us to almost like link in to the next part of the design, because these are just, they literally are just little sections that are then being linked together, aren't they?
Then the next stage is to feed some more beading thread.
Gosh, does the pearl take 2 lots?
Takes 2 lots.
Brilliant.
It is a bit tight, and you might need to use your flat nose pliers. So if you start pushing it through, and it won't go through the pearl, if you use your flat nose pliers, you can just ease
a bit more leverage.
And and then it will eventually come through.
Okay, and could you open, obviously we have the reamer in the essential toolkit, we could open them up a little bit before we get started, I guess, to give you that ease of moving through. Okay.
So then this section with our flower, just open up your loop straight up, pop on the loop that you've made at the bottom there, and then close up the loop on your head pin. So that's the first part. Then taking another of the flowers, you just pop that over both of the beading threads, ends, poke them through. If you have trouble and you've got a kink on one of your beading threads, it could be just worth snipping it off.
Yes, giving it a trim.
Yep, trim it up. And then all you need to do is pop another crimp bead on both threads.
And the crimp bead, for those of people who go, what's a crimp? It's essentially just a mini tube, isn't it?
Yep.
And it works as a fastening, it works as a binding, it's almost like a stopper.
Pinches.
And so when you pinch it, it literally holds everything into place. And one of the things that I'll often hear is I remember the very first day I started on JewelleryMaker, and those of you who joined us, probably about 4 years ago I joined, I remember the day that Linda, it was with Linda, one of our in-house designers, and she said the word crimp bead, and it was like she'd said, you know, she'd speak in Grecian, because I hadn't got a clue what she was, because actually, we take it for granted that we know what a crimp bead is and what it does, or we know what a head pin does, but actually going back to it, if you think back when you first learned about getting started, you know, those essentials, you know, what is a crimp bead? It's such an important asset to your jewellery making, and this is the time to introduce you to why it's so important. So it's a locking essential.
Yes, and you can actually use it on fine metals. So you could use it on wire as well, and it would just hold.
Yes.
So what I've done is I've got another crimp bead here. I've put both of my threads through the crimp bead, one of the threads back through, and it comes out at the bottom of the rose quartz bead. Crimped it off, so pressed it, pinched it together, and that then trim off the ends, and that's ready to go on my earring finding. And I actually left that with the crimp bead showing because I quite like it. You can put another crimp bead cover on there if you want to. So open up your earring finding, and don't pull the loop open, just rotate it upwards. Pop on your earring and then just close it back down, and there you've got your finished earring. So it's really simple, but it looks a lot more complex.
Yeah, definitely.
And intricate. You might need to just ease some of the pearls around on the loop to make sure that it's spaced evenly.
Cool. Fabulous, and that's how easy it is. And you will get your free tutorial booklet and DVD with your first purchase with us as well, so if you do want to give it a go, or as a gift for somebody to get them started into jewellery making, if you're buying this on somebody, for somebody, just say, you know, I'd like the free tutorial booklet and DVD as this is a gift, and you'll get that alongside your parcel. So not a problem there to be able to introduce somebody to such a fantastic techniques and such a brilliant hobby. And you know, one of the reasons that we're here and the reasons that we're about to do the hub is because it is such an exciting hobby. We've got over 40,000 people joining us on the JewelleryMaker Facebook site now, and that's because it is such a very exciting and rewarding hobby to have. You know, to be able to wear what you create as well, even more special. And let's go to the hub right now. So launching today, the JewelleryMaker Hub has been so fantastically reacted to. We've had so much positivity. It's been wonderful to hear from you today. Lots of people saying, does that mean the Wall of Fame's gone? No, it doesn't. That's not what it's about. It's just extending the Wall of Fame and almost, you know, making it even bigger so that we can all come together as a community. And you know, 40,000 people seems like a lot of people, but actually in the jewellery making world, we're all friends and we're all wanting to come together and inspire each other. And this is what this section is all about. So we're still sticking with the Wall of Fame, no worries about that. 206, let's have a look. Linda, she says gemstones are shell pearl, Chinese jade, and some more Chinese jade, which I purchased ages ago and didn't know what to make. The wire and earring findings are for JM and the rest of my stash. Good enough for a craft fair, question mark. I hope you like. Most definitely, Linda, go for it. You know, if you've made such great looking jewellery and you know, you want to give the chance to be able to somebody else to enjoy it, go for it. Absolutely. 206, 100%.
204 is from Trisha Bell in Allendale. Says, please find my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I made this bracelet using drops of blue coated labradorite. I hope you like it. I do. Definitely.
100%. Yeah, I love charming, jot-uppy movie things.
Yep, movie things.
That's technical, very technical. Yeah. Let's have a look. We have got Michelle in Suffolk saying, I've done Viking knit with the black and silver twisted wire, gizmo spirals, and used my JM chain and incorporated some gems from my stash. JM has brought my artistic talent back. After a really bad couple of years, I'm so grateful to all the designers and the wonderful prices of all your products. The presenters make me laugh so much with their enthusiasm. I wish all entrants good luck with your amazing designs, but would I like a win as I would like a win as I need some more wire findings, gems, and much more to keep creating. Michelle, wishing you all the luck and congratulations. That is a lovely, with the black and the silver with the twisted wire. It really does add another different, almost a different dynamic altogether, doesn't it? So great idea. 207 you are.
205 is from Zircon, who says, hi all at JM. Here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. As summer is coming to an end, I wanted to make it last a bit longer, so I made this very bright and cheerful set from crackled quartz I got in my 40-strand bundle. Oh, I was on when...
the 40-strand bundle was mega. I did 50 this weekend. 50-strand bundle. I know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It was like Christmas had come early when my parcel arrived. So much to choose from. Yeah. I didn't know where to start. Thanks for all the great demos. Love all the designers and the presenters. Are not bad either. Laugh out loud.
Love it.
Kind regards, Sue from Surrey.
Wonderful, Sue. Wonderful. Love those colours. Now, this is the hub where we get to now turn to Cass and say, right, what's going on? What's everybody talking about?
Okay, so we asked everybody earlier to what do they want this section of the hub to be about, and the most creative answers, like we decided we were going to give a winner's prize and a runners-up prize.
It's just going to be a random, though, isn't it? It's just a question of we have some great reactions to loads of creative thoughts, and lots of people giving us plenty of inspiration. They'll all be taken on board. We're going to put them all into the pot and literally just making sure that everything that you've suggested, we'll do our best to be able to fit in, if it's appropriate, of course. But random selection of all of the people's suggestions. Have we got winners?
Yep. So here are the prizes.
Okay. So prize number 1. I'm going to hold it up so you know what you're about to win. Who is it? Who is it?
This is the runner-up prize. We'll do the runner-up first.
I thought I was doing the win.
And
wait for it.
Karen, I'm not sure what her surname is, but we've got your customer number, so we'll make sure that it goes to you. And she says she would like to see the designer's top tip of the day.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good idea. Like that one, Karen. And Karen, you will get the box of goodies. This is all yours, sweeping its way to you as fast as we can get it to you. Congratulations. Now, Karen, we have got you, because obviously there'll be lots of Karens who have messaged into us. Of course, we don't know what your surname is, but we have got your customer number, so congratulations on that one. And
the winner
mega prize, which I think is awesome. I mean, it's full. This is full of goodies. Yes, and
okay. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but I think it's Shahrazad, and she said she would love to see a newbie section where novices like herself can show their pieces of jewellery, their first pieces of jewellery.
Fantastic,
so
absolutely fantastic. And yeah, you'll be getting this fantastic bag full of goodies. And if you are a new starter to JewelleryMaker, that's pretty much everything you can possibly want to get started. And on top of that, we've had a poll running on our Facebook site, and as part of the hub within this section. Yesterday, I believe it was, that we started the poll, asking you what is your favourite gemstone out of the 3 that we've got in one feature strand coming up very soon indeed. Sapphires, rubies and emeralds in one strand. 3 precious gemstones. The results are...
And the results are still... On top is Sapphire with 47.2%.
Wow.
Emerald was 29.0% and Ruby was 23.9%.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you want to know why I think it's Sapphire?
Why?
Do you want to know why I think it's Sapphire?
Tell us.
September's birthstone.
True.
Where are we right now?
Could be.
September. And of course, it's the royal gemstone that everybody's looking at. You know, when you see Catherine Middleton and you see that beautiful ring and then she's got the matching, you kind of feel aspirationally wanting to look that glamorous. So I get sapphires. I love sapphires. Good choice. 47. And talking of sapphires, rubies and emeralds, after the break we have got this mega deal. You will never guess the price on this deal. It's so outlandish that it's seeing to be believed. Keep watching, it will not be a letdown.
The fastest way to shop with JewelleryMaker is by going to our website. Just click on the sign up button. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the Watch Live button on the front page. You can also use our Refine tool and narrow down your search. Once you've found an item that you like, just simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget you can add as many items to your basket per day and still only pay 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with JewelleryMaker. thank you to all of our customers who voted for Jewellery Maker to be nominated at the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards. We've been nominated for 8 awards. Please continue to vote for us to win by going to the Make and Sell Jewellery Awards website and registering your vote. Voting closes on the 27th of November.
Do you have a question that you need answering?
Well, did you know you can ask to speak to an accredited jewellery professional in our call centre?
Trained by the GIA, you can ask us any gemological question and we'll do our best to help.
We don't just sell gemstones, we know gemstones.
That's why when you buy from us, you're buying with confidence. Buy your genuine gemstones from genuine accredited jewellery professionals.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with Jewellery Maker.
Sapphires, ruby and emerald for one amazing deal. This is gonna be an amazing opportunity. You can't even possibly begin to guess what we are about to do for you on this deal. Rubies, emeralds and blue sapphire, prestigious sapphire, which has come top of the pops, top of the charts, top of the pops, top of the charts, quite literally sapphire of the highest order. Blue sapphire, I think for most people is the elite of the colours, actually in many ways. I don't know whether it is, I think it's probably prestige more than it is in terms of visuals, because blue is so glorious, but so is the pink, so are the yellows, so are the oranges. You've even got some colour tones coming through here. A variety, oh, the phone lines are heaving and the web is reacting instantly. The web can see the price tag before the internet, pardon me, before the live feed or before the TV screens. So the web, I've never seen so many people. I promised you we would not let you down. Right, we will not let you down on this deal. This is ridiculously low for what you're about to receive. Sapphires, rubies and emeralds. I've got now web buyers who are multi-buying, telephone bidders who are multi-buying. I have got buyers in Holland, Cheshire, Ayrshire, Florida, Cambridge. I am literally talking about buyers in Spain, buyers in France. This is a globally recognized strand, literally globally recognized strand taking place before your eyes, and web bidders are reacting massively to you on the phone lines. You need to just dial. The price tag is going to speak for itself on this deal. Highly prized, precious featured gemstones, blue sapphire, of course, highly regarded, but with pinks and yellows coming, oranges. Then you've got, of course, your rich red rubies. Then you've got your vibrant, energizing greens of your emeralds, and you've got it all for one price tag. You would not dare to guess this price tag. It's almost a dream of a price, but dream is a reality. How about this opportunity of sapphire, rubies and emeralds, all yours for $14.95. 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker.com is where you can join me and make sure you have got there. Look at this quantity. You'd think to yourself, that's surely that's not going to be sold out today. Surely it is. Too right. You don't see a combination of 3 of the most precious gemstones in the world, which are going to really make a difference to your collector's side of your jewellery making, which is going to add a hierarchy of prestige to your jewellery making. $14.95. The nicest thing about this is that, you know, each one of the most recognizable gemstones in the world are just that. They are so recognizable. The red is true red of a ruby. The blues are true royal blue. The greens are as vibrant as any emerald. And we're giving it all for just $14.95. That 300 is nowhere near. Look at the multi-buyers that I've got here. I tell you what, if I said to you the number of people who were buying, it it wouldn't be representative of the number of pieces that are allocated, because I've got people buying 2s, 3s and 4s. Some people actually going out and saying, I'm going to have 5 of their deal like this one, and rightly so. Precious gemstones go. A command on the price is so much higher than what we are seeing right now, $14.95. And I mean, I dare to suggest that all you need to do is a bracelet and a pair of earrings. That's it. Yeah. For 14, a suite of bracelet and earrings for less than £15.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty to go around.
They're so recognisable because of the colours there. You know, just, it's obvious what they are. Beautiful.
And in my mind, you know, if I was to step away and go, okay, I want to really indulge on one of these strands, because I'm not buying one, I'm not going to buy 2, I'm going to probably be buying 3 or 4. So I would absolutely go for the full suite of jewellery. I would go for the full collector's
earrings,
look.
Everything.
Yes, because you don't want to hold back when you've got an opportunity like this to own sapphires, rubies and emeralds. Yeah. And colour grade matching. That's what I find I like about it.
Yeah, and if you get a couple of strands, then you can really make sure you've got your groups of colours that you can use, and all the variants, all the different tones of blue, so it can graduate all the way through. That would be beautiful though. 2 or 3. Amazing.
Okay, do we need to just clarify, everybody, that is that just a mistake? But
that's amazing.
Are you okay? Okay, can we just take a moment now, because I need to let you know what's just happened. Your price tag should have been, and absolutely 100% was, $14.95, right? With one accidental press of a button, and I do promise you it was a total accident. Right, Dion, you need to come out and tell everyone. You need to come out and just tell everyone, because that's an absolute accident. But we have to confirm. We have to confirm. Oh my goodness me, my jaw's to the floor. Dion, but you need to come out and just explain that this is not what should have happened. Just to let you know, you will pay $9.95, because that's what we have to honour, because it's live on screen and we have to honour the price that we've put to air. It is just a mistake.
I did press the wrong button. So, but you are getting it for $9.95, but it should be like $14.95.
Right, we've only got 44 left.
I'd grab it now, but it should be $14.95, so get that.
Yeah. To clarify, if $14.95 was the price tag, is the price tag, we have just showed you, we've just shown you, it's a live television screen that you're watching, a live broadcast, and by total mistake, Dion's just clicked, and literally just clicked a £5 off button, and we have on our screen on the plasma, it's an interactive screen, you know, one of those press button screens. What's those screens called? Touch screen. That's it, interactive butty screens. Right, it's clicked, and literally Dion's just pressed she should have taken -5 people off, and she's taken -£5 off. That's it. It's one press of a button, and she's taken it to $9.95.
That's why when I was talking, I registered that it was $9.95, and I thought, yeah, I'd have 2 or 3.
Yeah. I would tell you, if you've got the chance to multiply, that's crazy. That is crazy. Where should we go to? What? Oh, here. You said beads. I'm thinking, what beads? Which beads? Which one? They're all beads. Just take those beads. Maybe a bit more of a definition when we're selling beads. Beads on the table. Oh, well, that's fine. Now I know. These are good size spacer beads. Oh, these are the kind of beads that you're going to get a lot of jewellery making potential out of. Take a look. Oh my goodness me. Oh my life, I can't even control. Exactly. Coming at us thick and fast on this deal, and we are absolutely picking up the pace on these offers. Hopefully no more accidentally taking money off. Yeah. Dion says no, just for the sake of her job, she's hoping not as well. If you do want to join us on I think you should start at a higher price just in case you take it down. But of course, that's not how we work it here with us. We go straight down as low as we can go, and then Dion accidentally presses a button. I mean, we literally took that as low as we can go at $14.95, and then yeah. That definitely shouldn't have happened. But then it's a live show, and that's why you watch us, and that's why you love us, because our integrity of a business, right, our integrity for our business, it comes across when we say, look, we're not going to change that price tag back up to $14.95, because really I could have just said, I'm really sorry, that's a mistake, but you'll have to pay $14. I could have done that easily, right? We could have just dropped the offer and just said, we'll have to replay that one for $14.95 because it was just a mistake. But it's just not how we go. It's just not how we floor. You know, it just wouldn't sit right with us, would it? You know us well enough. And so that's what you've got to remember. If you're going to do it, you do it, and you trust us that we're pushing it every single time. Now, these are fabulous. I just wanted to show you them as a run, because at the moment there's a lot of bracelets, charm bracelets, etc., made up of runs of beads, just like this, onto a little bit of elastic or something like that. And then you just click on your charms. And again, if you perhaps got those fantastic key charms, you could make yourself a charm bracelet made up of all of these beads and then add on the key. Just like that. And so you've got a fantastic key charm bracelet. It's probably cost you, well, the key charm's 50p, wasn't it? Because it was a rock bottom 20 for $9.95. And then this deal, all you need to do is take well, probably only a few more than this to make up a bracelet, and you're good to go. Really good to go. You can make more than one of those bracelets though, because you're getting so many of these. 295 pieces, approximately 3 mil, and yours for the taking if you want to join us. It's a go, go, go. $6.95 is all you pay. Over 250. I mean, right on the cusp of 300, I guess you would say, for 295. An amazing deal. $6.95. Please keep Dion away from that -5. Please keep her away. Valerie, Evelyn, Carol, congratulations. Jean and Sue and Dorothy and Mercedes is joining me. And I'm thinking simple restranding. I mean, that's because I'm a very simple designer. I wouldn't even classify myself as a designer. I'm somebody who, I guess, is jewellery making, and I enjoy the moment of just creating something that I like to wear. You know, but you know, turning to a designer like yourself, because you are a jewellery designer. You know, I'm going for very basics, because I'm saying I'd stretch your bracelet these and I'd add a charm on, because that's where my inkling is towards simplicity and my capabilities. Well, what about you? What do you think?
Sometimes though, simple's the best option, and they would look absolutely gorgeous just as a single bracelet, or you could do multiples and have them all going into the same clasp, or you can do lots of them onto beading thread and plait them. That would look gorgeous. Yes. You can use them with the Eslon because they've got quite big holes.
Oh, they have. You could multi-thread these easily.
Micro macrame, it's absolutely perfect.
Oh yes. Absolutely
perfect for that. So you can also use them with your wires. So your 0.4, you could get multiple strands of 0.4 going through those and use them various points in a woven wire piece. So many different options.
Isn't there?
Those.
Because there is that sense of there could be spaces, there could be this, there could be that, there could be this, there could be that, there could be this, there could be that, there could, you know, it goes on and on and on.
Mix them in with some jump rings and gold coloured jump rings. Absolutely gorgeous.
Fantastic.
So simple, beautiful.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Sorry.
Amazing. There's so many different ways to work with these. Over 250, as you can see there, pieces. It says 295, so that's a lot of jewellery. And if you think I just wanted to show you, there's one run, that's one line of your beads, right? And you can see that's probably enough to make a bracelet. But if I then turn it round and show you how many's left, that's the thing you've got to remember, is these spacer beads are going to go so far, whether they're spacers or whether you're actually, what about if you work these alongside, you know, space them out And then it makes your jewellery go even further, doesn't it? £6.95 is all you pay. Congratulations if you're those. I think they're going to really make a difference, really help add detail to your jewellery. And you know, again, if you got the last kit, and we said it's a good way to start your jewellery making, I would suggest those are great. Add it to your order, of course. One postage and packaging for the whole day. I think that in many ways, you know, if you've got like things like pearls, or those sapphires, emeralds, and rubies, you want to make them go as far as possible, and you could really do that. You could really do that with those spacer beads. Right then, let's go to these. Are fantastic. I cannot remember the last time I saw this. We have had them once or twice before, but all I know is that whenever we have seen them, they have flown out. Now, I'm going to hold them like a bloom of a flower, like so. Now, they are V-shaped flowers. Now, I would say they're beautiful, like an open, almost tulip-like formation. But you might be saying, actually, Vix, I want them more like a bluebell and have that lovely bell-like formation. So this is the versatility of how you want your jewellery to be. The choice is yours, which way you're going to work with them. These are a fantastic combination. You might be able to perhaps work alongside something like the carved flowers that we had earlier on with those rose petals.
That'd be pretty,
you know, beautiful. Maybe some nice chartreuse wire to create like the vine of the flower.
Nice,
you know.
Brooch with one of those and 2 or 3 of the rose quartz flowers. Perfect.
You know, I'm thinking gold chain or, you know, that kind of as well. Macrame into like a hanging baskets, you know, formation. That would be, wasn't it designer inspiration? It was the hanging baskets. You did that, didn't you? Did you like a hanging basket?
I did a basket yesterday for designer inspiration, woven baskets.
That was it. Yeah, but you could do like almost like flower blooms alongside it. Yeah. You know, so you've really got the chance to be able to do something. Oh, I've just been told the price tag. Now Dion's broken absolutely every single route. She says she really may as well break everything. I've just wanted to take one off. I didn't. It came off in my hand. I was like, I really wanted to take this one off just to show you the capabilities. I planned this. Really, I did. You've got these. Oh. Nice and durable, you have here as well. So you've got your V formation, you have your floral open bloom, you have perhaps, alternatively, you could have 2 together to create a kiss. You know, this is the thing, is that could be a nice kiss formation, or perhaps create them as 4 together as a flower, you know, like blooms, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could really get something different in each formation of, I kind of want to take them all off. That feels really naughty now, but I won't. But I want to see them all together with 4 of them creating a bloom. Price tag on this, and again, the web has access to the price tag, and they are truly impressed by this deal. $6.95 is all you pay. Your open bloom of your Renegade. I always want to remind you that Renegade is actually probably more orange and yellow than it is red. You know, you get those hues towards your red tones, but for me, they're much more yellows, they're much more oranges and dark burning embers of quality. $6.95 is all you pay, 130 carats that you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of these feature individual petal flowers. There could be so much decorative impact to your jewellery. I mean, even adding just some chain and just a few of these like hanging around the neckline would look fantastic. $6.95. I mean, when was the last time you saw this type of quality of finish, this workmanship? And of course, we mustn't underestimate, you know, you're paying $6.95 for craftsmanship as much as you are ingredient. You know, the skill, the way that we've put attention to the detail of this combination of design and gemstone is noteworthy in all its glory for $6.95. Buys in Surrey multi-bought, Shetland multi-bought, Norfolk multi-bought, Suffolk multi-bought, Yorkshire multi-bought. Congratulations, Devon, who's just multi-bought. Plenty of people who see the potential of these and not just getting one. You're not just wanting 1 or 2 strands. I've got 3s and 4s being purchased. Web buys, check out your baskets. Don't want to lose out on this deal. Fantastic opportunity there. Fantastic look. Straight on we go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. That's an odd number.
It is, isn't it?
That's an odd number. That's a very odd number of not what I was expecting to count. I was thinking it was going to be 12, but no. Dion says, oh, you were going to do 10. Hang on. Oh my goodness me. Dion is she's on form today. Dion, my producer, and actually, Vix, I thought it was 10, but I've put an extra one in there by accident. Oh, that is hilarious. And
brilliant.
And I want you to guess who creates the descriptions of our bundles. Who do you think creates the descriptions? Of all of the colours that could have been described from this multicolour, including navy blue. It could only be Dion, exactly. She has got an issue, I think. We have got for you. Now, this is serious. Dion thought that she'd put 10 in a pack as a mega deal. She's actually put 11. So you're already getting one extra for free that Dion's priced that she didn't even know she'd put in. So we're already... She honestly did not know that she'd put an extra one in. So let's just say, choose one and you're going to get that one for free. Okay, so I'm going to choose, I like this one, the fuchsia pink. I love that colour, and you can neutralise it down with a little bit of white and make it really soft and gorgeous qualities of colour as well. So you can get, choose which one you're going to get for free. So now you're going to be buying 10 of these for a price. See, the thing is I just gone, yeah, I really didn't know that I'd put 11 in. I'm sure it was just 10. It's not. It's definitely 11 that you're getting. White, wasabi, is that how we say it? Wasabi or wasabi? Oh, wasabi, yeah. Thank you. Silver, pomegranate, orange, navy, green, fuchsia, ecru, blush, and alizarin.
Alizarin crimson.
That's it. Alizarin crimson. Alizarin. I've said it so well there. If you do want to join us, you've got 10. Well, really, you're actually getting 11, but one of them is free because Dion didn't even know she'd put it into this bundle. So you've got 11 of these fantastic polymer blocks. On form today, mind Dion? Absolutely on form. 11 you are getting for just one price tag of $14.95. The colour spectrum is going to give you so many different dynamic jewellery. Whether you're going to go for more Aztec qualities to your jewellery, of course, coming into the autumn or winter, we really want to lift our jewellery to give more colour to our look. You know, I'm wearing steel grey today, or silvery grey today. I mean, putting a couple of colours together, that would just... With the pink, and maybe the pink and the grey would go nicely against my top. You know, could you imagine that? Yeah, that would really work, wouldn't it? You know, you could really make a difference. Or you might want to add a bit more of a dynamic look, so you might want to go blue and orange. Or this is the thing is lifting your jewellery and taking it to a whole different world, a different level of dynamic is going to cost you £14.95 only. That's all you're paying on this deal. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. It is a free phone number that you're dialing. You dial us at JewelleryMaker.com if you prefer as well. And there you can find a whole host of inspiration, a whole host of ideas, and of course backed up by our YouTube tutorials. So if you want to know how to get started with polymer, then this would be a fantastic way. We've got DVDs as well. We have hour-long DVDs to get you started, to advance you into projects, especially if you've got blocks of this quantity. You know, you're really going to want to have as many opportunities to create as much jewellery as possible. So you will get the chance to be able to do so with our DVDs. Those are $4.95 each. Or alternatively, join us on a workshop. We have some fantastic polymer clay workshops, whether it be Miller Fury to create floral designs from your polymer, whether it be your faces, because you can create faces. Plus, on top of that, you could also, you know, join us and just get started with polymer. Now, this one is really beautiful.
How pretty is that? That looks so gorgeous next to your dress.
It is actually. Oh, that is really pretty.
Yeah.
I might have to purchase this because you're right. When you think about the colour spectrum of one family member of the gem world, You say the big umbrella of the Beryl family, and for most people, you'll sit up and go, oh, the Beryl family, okay, it's right up there. It's one of the best and most desired families of gemstones. And if you said to me, name me 3 of the big well-known pieces, well, obviously I'd go to the godfather, which is emerald, because we've just given you that. So I'd go emerald, that's the godfather. But if I was going to back it up by subsidiaries of more, and probably some of the most requested gems that we have in our vaults, there is 2 gems that always come out on top: morganite and aquamarine. And you have got that beautiful, soft and delicate, fresh and sophisticated colouring of pastel tones sitting, harmonising together. I'm going to put this against the neckline. Let's see what it looks like, because I just want to give you some sense of elegance, the sense of soft subtlety. You know, jewellery doesn't always have to be really bright and bold to be elegant and seriously luxurious. You know, I think that's really important, don't you, Deb?
Yeah, yeah. It's like you were saying with the gold spacer beads, and actually just one of those in between each of your gemstones there, that's enough. You don't need to overdo it with some pieces, and it's the simple piece that shouts the loudest.
Well, I think, and that's really one of the things that we say today, especially if you're just getting started. We've had loads of people joining us for the first time today, which has been wonderful, especially on the first day of the hub. You know, to know that the hub is reaching out to not just, you know, people who have joined us for you know, years on end, but actually people who are joining for the very first time are joining us on the hub and joining us at JewelleryMaker. And this is a gem strand that will really give you a talking point piece of jewellery in an effortless way. How can you say that word? I've tried to say that several times in the past couple of days, and I just can't say it. Effortlessness. Effortlessness.
Is it a word?
Is it a word? Oh, that's fine. Is it a word? Effortlessness. Effortlessness.
Effortlessly.
Effortlessly. Oh, that's it. I think that's the word I've been trying to say.
I can't even say that.
Effortlessly.
Yes,
that's it.
That's it.
I think that's the word I've been trying to say, but I've been saying effortlessness. That's why I've been getting it wrong. I've been trying to work it out. Effortlessly. Oh, I feel like a light has just been turned on. But this is the thing. This is an effortlessly beautiful. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Oh my goodness me. Lorraine's just come up with an idea. She said this morganite and aquamarine is lovely. As it is, I would just restrand it and add a clasp. Loving the show, and thanks for all the amazing deals. You're welcome, Dion. Have you taken that? Lorraine's saying, well done for the deals, Dion. These are, as Lorraine has rightly said, they are beautiful on their own. Just let the gems do the talking. Soft and delicate, fresh and sophisticated. This is from the Beryl family, probably 2 of the biggest stones of choice at present time, and I can't say anything other than if you want to indulge in luxury, this is how you do it. Both morganite and aquamarine in perfect rounds for $14.95. If you would like to join me now, is it just how's this? Norma's just said hi, Vicky. Wow, just had to get 4 strands going to use in gizmo bracelets. What a brilliant idea! Oh my goodness me, gizmo. Oh, I like that idea now, Norma. Oh yes, that would look gorgeous. And you're right, you know, just let the gems do the talking, and boy, can they talk. And I think that's the thing about morganite and actually probably, you know, with aquamarine and heliodores and the softer, more delicate colours of the emerald family, the Beryl family. Because if you step away from get this right. If you step away from emerald within the Beryl family, the colours are much more soft and delicate. They're much more pastel. Emerald is pretty much probably the odd one out because it's such a vivid, vivacious colour. But actually take morganite, take heliodore, take aquamarine, they're much more soft and delicate colours, and in some ways they make them so appealing because there is that softness of tone, there is that freshness. I mean, imagine if you were giving gifts for the birth of a boy or a birth of a baby girl. You know,
Yeah.
this was how you. This is the baby pinks and the powder blues, aren't they?
Yes, you've got them all there, haven't you?
You really have got
Yeah.
that subtlety, and I sometimes do think that, you know, this is the way to go with creating easy wear jewellery. Is literally taking your classic rounds, and we don't see enough of these kind of classic rounds for me these days, because I just think that when you've got a classic round and you put it in action, it is an effortlessly lovely look. Really need to practice that at home. Really need to get that word much easier to say. $14.95 is all you pay. And the luxury of these pastels, the soft subtlety of those blues to the pinks is what makes it so wearable. I've got web buyers who haven't checked out their baskets in Lincoln, Gloucestershire, Manchester, Bridgend, Shropshire, Buckinghamshire, Merthyr Tydfil, West Yorkshire, Lancashire, Wiltshire, Kent, Hampshire, Greater London, Cheshire, Manchester. These are all people who haven't checked out their baskets. I haven't just read out the list of people who have bought. That could go on for ages. But actually, I've just read out a list of people who haven't yet checked out their baskets. That's serious. Don't lose out on this. 50 chances. How many people haven't checked out their baskets according to our system? 35 people haven't checked out their baskets. I've got queues on the lines and I've only got 48. Now, even if I work on the principle that I've got nobody on the lines, which is not the case, then I've got, yeah, there you go. Look, this is going to be oversubscribed. Okay, this is going to be oversubscribed. So if you do want to join us on the web, if you don't check out and you've put in your basket, right, you're going to lose out, because I've got more people on the lines and in the web basket than I have got pieces available. So somewhere on the lines, you could lose out. That would be just so disappointing, wouldn't it? When you click on something and you say you really like it, you're almost there saying, and I want to own it. So don't hold back and then, you know, lose out. Because I remember, you know, my mum says all the time, if you like it, buy it, right? And I'm one of those people who thinks and cogitates and thinks about it again. And now, when I think about the times when I've missed out on things that I really want, a nice dress, or, you know, my husband and I once thought too long about buying a house, missed out on the house. You know, big things and little things, it doesn't matter what you're thinking about, just go for it, you know? Look, I've said it already once today, and I'm going to say it again. We only live life for today because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So you may as well, when you see something that you know you really like or you really would like to have, you know, if you've got the chance to own it, go for it, you know. Heck, my sister often says to me, Vix, you can't take it with you, so you may as well spend it now. Right then. Let's go on to a DVD inspiration of 4 hours of technique. Now, 4 hours of how to work with polymer. Now, polymer clay is one of our really big, really popular aspects to our stock list. And polymer is so versatile, and this arrangement of DVDs is going to show you just how very versatile it is. This 4 hours works alongside a real center icon of jewellery making potential. Starting off with the Face Canes DVD, an hour-long DVD that you have here. I was lucky enough to be part of this DVD, and you'll just be blown away by how it builds up to create what is truly amazing detail to polymer clay. It's fantastic. So you'll get this DVD, so that's your hour-long DVD. Then you've also got the extruder DVD. Now the extruder DVD, you've already seen Deb work with it today, and the extruder is something of an essential tool, really, because the facility of detail that you can put into your jewellery making is fantastic. There you go, there's the detail of how you can work with it, with tiled bracelets, geometric pendants, soutache with a twist, knitted polymer clay, and also lace polymer clay, all within the extruder. Then you've got the wire fusion DVD with polymer, so polymer and wire together, and the fusion creating bubble necklaces, bar necklaces, heart-shaped necklace, leaf technique and butterfly pendants and brooch 1 and 2, and you've got that in an hour-long DVD. And if that wasn't enough, Polymer Clay accessories. Now this is, I think this is brilliant because it shows you polymer clay in a totally different light. Fun and funky, you can do animal print, making pen tops and you know, doing things for Christmas gifts for young and old. This is a fantastic, absolutely brilliant accessories for Christmas. If you want to do stocking fillers or card decorations for Christmas, this is a fab, and I mean genuinely is a fab DVD to be inspired by. You know, get started now and you're going to be making 4 hours of DVDs and inspiration. If you want to, you know, really enjoy how you can work with polymer, and maybe you've got 1 or even 2 of these, guess what? Give them as gifts. Give a polymer block to somebody, give them an accessories DVD or the wire fusion DVD, and get them getting started in such a fantastic way. 4 hours of inspiration that you're going to get today for 1 price tag. Now each one of these DVDs is £4.95, but that, so £4.95 times by 2 is £9.90. So you're buying 2 and you're getting 2 for free. So if you've already got the wire fusion and the accessories, but you haven't got the canes and the extruder, you keep those for yourself and then just give these as gifts. I mean, literally, that is gift potential. £9.90 is all you pay. Buy 2, get 2 free. Effectively half price deal on our DVDs here. That's brilliant.
That's amazing, isn't it?
4 hours is that's a lot of techniques, that's a lot of things. And of course, everything that you work with, we give you projects to work alongside it, but also you can then be inspired to go, okay, well now I know how to work with the extruder to make this, I can now work with the extruder to make that. And then you're stacked with techniques, you're stacked with opportunities to really make a difference to your jewellery making for just £9.90. Huge congratulations. 0800 644 655 is the number to dial. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com if you prefer. 4 DVDs for the price of 2, and onwards we go. The ultimate cube bundle is what we're offering you now. Oh wow, oh my, is that red tiger's eye in cubes? Is that Smokey Quartz in cubes? That's labradorite. No, that's never is Lapis Lazuli. Well, all together. Oh, nice, 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 nice. So I'm chuffed because for me, tiger's eye in cubes are exquisite. I'm thrilled because labradorite, the more surface area you have for labradorite to light react is fantastic. So this means you've actually got 6 sides for the labradorite to catch the light on. Not just 1 or 2, which is traditional. Then you've got the richness of your Smokey Quartz, which is going to let the light move through the cube. Then you've got your Lapis Lazuli. You've got it all going on. I mean, the strands of these gorgeous fun and funky cubes with your crackle quartz, they are so popular because they are fun and funky for all ages. So you've got a little bit of something for everyone. Anybody who likes to do the likes of peyote designs, you know, giving these grid designs, cubes that are stitched together, that are going to really work so well together. You could get this amazing marriage of design and gemstone combinations with these sizes and shapes. And the shape is going to add detail. The shape is going to add you know, real dynamic to your jewellery. 6mm cubes of quartz, labradorite, lapis lazuli, multicolour quartz, smoky quartz, carnelian, and red tiger's eye, all for 1 price tag. And that price tag is £24.95. £24.95. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 strands for £24.95. What's that work out at? £3.50 something? £3.50 something, 56. £3.56 per strand. And you're paying for not just somebody to cut and to give shape, you're actually paying for these to form each formation of crystal into its own cube, rounding off the edges so it's not harsh, it's not edgy, it's curved form, and you've got it all in each one of these strands. Each one of these strands is wonderfully crafted, fantastic attention to detail that you're looking at. You know, look at that tiger's eye. This is just really offering you drama to each profile. Each angle of the gemstone is going to deliver something special. £24.95 is all you pay. 7 strands working out at £3.50 something a strand. Amazing. Francesca, congratulations. Lorna, Diana, Sheila, Kim, lovely to have your company on the web. I have got people who haven't processed just yet on the phone lines, but I can see you there, so do just be patient with us. We will. I love that you can get that block formation. Anybody who hasn't heard of peyote before, just type it into your search engines, you know, into your computers, because peyote stitch or blocking stitch is almost like, you know, when you do block paving, you know how the blocks all lock into place, right? You can do that with this shape of gemstone with peyote stitch to create a block formation. We haven't done it hugely here on Jewellery Maker, but when we do it, it's so popular. So popular, and rightly so. So if you would be interested in doing that for yourself, you might perhaps you know, choose to watch. I know that a couple of our guest designers have got some peyote in the mix in the coming weeks, so this might be the time to buy and then keep watching to then learn something new about bringing your gemstones together and creating blocks or a mosaic. Would that be the right way to describe it? Almost like a mosaic formation, Deb.
Tessellate is a fancy mathematical term, isn't it, where they all connect. And on the bead loom as well, that's going to create fantastic cuff.
I was just going to say, could you imagine just
pattern it as well? So yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Stunning. £24.95 is all you pay on this terrific quality of craftsmanship, shaping and harnessing beauty in each gemstone. It cannot be taken for granted. It would be wrong for us to just take it for granted. But what we will always do is really give you that shape and form that makes a difference for £24.95. Congratulations if you got that, Jill. Absolutely fantastic. Right, we need to go and see this. Oh, look at the Smokey Quartz. Oh, I could just see it from here. I literally can see the light moving through those earrings. Oh,
they look incredible, don't they?
They are amazing. This is what I was talking about with this grade of Smokey Quartz. They are absolutely beautiful. The Smokey Quartz that you had here, it was the high-end strands, the fans of the varieties of sizes, plus the rondelles. Exquisite. The size of the fans, I've had a couple of people asking, 9 to 15 mil, and Carr, they are just wonderful. The light moving through, you feel like you've jumped into a chocolate pool with then a little bit of caramel mixed in. You know those. Oh, it's tangible.
It is.
Oh, so wonderful. You have here a luxury of working with obviously the rose gold finish, but also you can put it with yellow gold with a Your Smokey Quartz is very adaptable. I mean, you could put it with antique bronze and it would look very vintage. Nice. You could put it with silver and it would look really contemporary. It's a very, very workable gemstone, and you've got it for £17.95. Buy one strand, get the other strand for £6. High grade gemstones, though, must clarify that high grade. And I worked out that on the fan strand alone there was 18. On this strand there was 18. Give it the average of 18. That means that each one of those is less than £1, and then the rondelles are for free. I know, and when you put it like that, there's nowhere I know anywhere that would give this grade of Smokey Quartz for £1 a piece. But that's why you trust us, that's why you come to us. We'll put photographs on Facebook so you can have a look at all of Deb's fantastic work. I'd like to say a big thank you for your company today. Vicki. And great time to launch the hub, and if you want to be part of it, join us at our Facebook at JewelleryMaker.com. Thank you for your company, take care of yourself, and loads more to look forward to.